त्यांना विनंती केली होती की या मध्यवर्ती सभागृहामध्ये
request to him that to put up a portrait of Balasaheb Thackeray in the central hall of the Maharashtra Assembly. He immediately agreed to this request.
सगळं नियोजन हे विधानसभेचे अध्यक्ष यांनी स्वतः केलं.
Rahul Narvekar has personally made all the arrangements for this event here.
चित्रफित आपण बघितलं तर ही त्यांच्याच संकल्पनेतून खरं तर बाळासाहेबांबद्दल बोलायचं झालं तर मुंबईतला जसा महासागर आहे त्या महासागरासारखे बाळासाहेब होते. प्रसंगी अतिशय शांत आणि जेव्हा आवश्यक असेल त्यावेळेस तुफानापेक्षा देखील प्रचंड अशा प्रकारचा संघर्ष करणारे, अतिशय अथांग अशा प्रकारचं व्यक्तिमत्व असलेले, अतिशय खोल अशा प्रकारचं व्यक्तिमत्व आणि विचार असलेले असे बाळासाहेब.
Had a fierce personality when it was needed. He was calm at times and when it was necessary.
एक अतिशय आपलं वेगळेपण दाखवणारे
Would wrote.
अशा प्रकारचे नेते. खरं तर बाळासाहेबांचं पहिलं चित्र या ठिकाणी लागलं आहे, पण या सभागृहात येण्याचा मोह त्यांना कधीच झाला नाही. त्यांनी विचार केला असता तर ते येऊ शकले असते, मुख्यमंत्री होऊ शकले असते, पण या सभागृहात येण्याचा त्यांचा प्रसंग मात्र वेगळा आहे. या ठिकाणी ज्यावेळी माननीय भुजबळ साहेबांनी पक्ष बदलला आणि त्यानंतर त्यावेळी सामनामध्ये राज ठाकरेंनी एक कार्टून काढलं.
When Chhagan Bhujbal changed his party, Balasaheb Thackeray had released a caricature,
त्यावेळी
and that was about
पाटील साहेबांनी
Maharashtra Assembly. He had a caricature on Maharashtra Assembly, and for this caricature, there was a privilege motion against him.
हक्कभंग समितीकडे गेला.
This motion was sent to the privilege notice committee.
कोणी असो, त्या ठिकाणी इतर चालवणारा कोणी असो, पण जे प्रबंध संपादक आहेत, मुख्य संपादक आहेत, त्यांना बोलवलं आणि म्हणून बाळासाहेबांना त्या ठिकाणी समितीसमोर उपस्थित राहण्याचा आदेश हा विधानसभेने काढला. खरं तर बाळासाहेब हे एक पत्रकार होते, एक व्यंगचित्रकार होते.
Balasaheb Thackeray was a journalist and a caricaturist,
त्यामुळे
and was a
त्यांच्यासमोर
man of
प्रश्न होता
principles.
की एक पत्रकार म्हणून, एक संपादक म्हणून अभिव्यक्तीचं जे स्वातंत्र्य आहे त्या स्वातंत्र्याचा या ठिकाणी अंगीकार करावा, पुढाकार करावा, की लोकशाहीने जी मूल्य दिली आहेत त्या मूल्यानुसार ज्या काही सभागृहाच्या समित्या आहेत त्या समितीसमोर आपण जावं. पण लोकशाहीवर विश्वास असल्यामुळेच बाळासाहेबांनी निर्णय केला, इतर कोणी नाही, मी स्वतः जाईल.
He was in two minds. On one mind, he was campaigning for freedom of speech, and the second, as a public representative, he wanted to honor. He chose to honor democracy and democratic processes.
त्या समितीसमोर अर्थातच बाळासाहेबांचा आदर सगळ्यांना होता. त्यामुळे
Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis now paying tributes to Balasaheb Thackeray as his portrait is unveiled inside the Maharashtra Assembly. Slipping at a short break. On the other side, news and updates continue.
Non-stop anti-army positions by the Vadra Congress. There's shock as the Vadra Congress mirrors a Pakistan line. Does Vadra Congress believe in the Pakistan line on the surgical strikes? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है। आज पराक्रम दिन है, नेताजी की 123वीं जयंती है। इस कार्यक्रम के साथ साथ जहां पर नेताजी रहे थे वो सुभाष द्वीप पर आज उनका स्मारक बनाने का भी निर्णय किया गया है। ये दोनों कार्यक्रम, ये दोनों निर्णय देश के प्रधानमंत्री के निर्णय अंडमान निकोबार को फिर से एक बार अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह को स्वतंत्रता की स्मृतियों के साथ समग्र देश के साथ जोड़ने वाले निर्णय है और मैं इसका बहुत बहुत मन से स्वागत करता हूं। भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है। आज पराक्रम दिन है, नेताजी की 123वीं जयंती है। इस कार्यक्रम के साथ साथ जहां पर नेताजी रहे थे वो सुभाष द्वीप पर आज उनका स्मारक बनाने का भी निर्णय किया गया है। ये दोनों कार्यक्रम, ये दोनों निर्णय देश के प्रधानमंत्री के निर्णय अंडमान निकोबार को फिर से एक बार अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह को स्वतंत्रता की स्मृतियों के साथ समग्र देश के साथ जोड़ने वाले निर्णय है और मैं इसका बहुत बहुत मन से स्वागत करता हूं।
News in brief, in what seems to be a big boost, in what has come as a big boost for the Indian Navy, a 5th Kalvari class submarine of the Indian Navy has been commissioned. It has been indigenously built. INS Vagar can be deployed both closer to the shore as well as mid-ocean. Prime Minister Modi virtually inaugurated a model of a proposed memorial dedicated to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Andaman and Nicobar Islands to commemorate the freedom fighters' 126th birth anniversary. In a shocking incident, a third Hindu temple was vandalized within 15 days with Hindu hate and pro-Khalistan graffiti in Melbourne's Albert Park. The ISKCON temple, also known as Hare Krishna Temple, is a well-known centre of the Bhakti Yoga movement in Melbourne. The temple management found the walls of the revered temple vandalized with hate graffiti. Yet another mishap took place in the metro premises in Bengaluru. A metro barricade fell on a car that was passing by this area. While the car was completely damaged, no injuries were reported. The incident took place at Dodinaldi junction in Bengaluru. A verbal brawl took a violent turn in a bar in Bengaluru after a customer was thrashed with sticks and rods by attendants. The incident took place in the Manjunath Nagar area of Bengaluru. The victim alleged that the cops initially refused to file a complaint, citing it was only a bar brawl. 3 people died after allegedly drinking spurious liquor in Siwan's Bihar. 7 people are undergoing treatment. The cause of the death would be ascertained only after the autopsy report is complete. After meeting Annamalai at BJP's state headquarters in Chennai, OPS, speaking to Republic, said that the meeting was regarding the discussion on the by-election, further adding that they had given the undue support to BJP and that all decisions would be collectively taken. As India celebrates the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said that the British were afraid of Netaji, further adding that any freedom fighter
took birth in India, and that many freedom fighters took birth in India, and that if our land could be free from the
Non-stop anti-army positions by the Vadra Congress. There's shock as the Vadra Congress mirrors a Pakistan line. Does Vadra Congress believe in the Pakistan line on the surgical strikes? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Burning Question, presented by Samsonite.
I'll welcome you watching The Burning Question with me, Shravan Sen. Our top focus is on what's really happening inside Pakistan. A major power breakdown hit Pakistan, leaving major cities without electricity due to a fault in the transmission lines. Nearly 220 million people were left without electricity. Airports, hospitals, businesses were all hit, which means more losses for the country facing an economic crisis. And viewers, this is not the first time. Early in October last year, Pakistan experienced a major power breakdown that deprived large swaths of the country, including provincial capitals Karachi and Lahore, of electricity for more than 12 hours. We're also getting you a ground report from what's really happening inside Gilgit-Baltistan, where there's been a major uprising. Now, that was also because of the taxation policies brought in by the Pakistani government. But it turns out that there too, there is a massive uprising because of the current situation, the electricity crisis that the people of Gilgit-Baltistan are also facing. Take a look at this report, and then we are also getting in some more breaking news.
Pakistan is grappling with one of the country's worst economic crises in recent years amid dwindling foreign exchange reserves. First, it was food crisis. Now it's massive power outage. Pakistan faced a major power breakdown due to a frequency variation in the national grid. This left millions, including capital Islamabad and financial hub Karachi, without electricity.
Pakistani authorities have claimed that the power has been restored to most of the areas, but I can rubbish their claim as well, because I am here in the heart of Islamabad, the capital, and even in the capital, in 70% of the capital city, the power is not restored. Even the people who have been, the backed up by, the generator and other things as well, even the backup has failed now.
In Peshawar, a city of over 2.3 million people, some people were reportedly unable to get drinking water as the pumps were powered by electricity. It is not the first time that the country has faced such a crisis. Last year in October, Pakistan witnessed a 12-hour power outage. The sorry state of the country's power sector is emblematic of its ailing economy. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Getting in some more breaking news on the story that we've been tracking very closely. What's really happening not just in Pakistan, but also in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where in Gilgit-Baltistan also facing long power cuts due to negligible electricity generation. On your screens right now, these are the latest images that have been accessed by Republic TV of the powerhouses in Gilgit-Baltistan, which has been completely frozen, resulting in a situation where there is absolutely no electricity. In fact, sources now indicating that power cuts as long as 22.5 hours continue in parts of Gilgit-Baltistan and several other areas in Pakistan. In fact, we are also picking up that there have been major protests because of inflated power bills, withdrawal of the government subsidy at the time when they need cheap power availability. And what is essentially happening is that the Pakistani government is basically exploiting the natural resources in Gilgit-Baltistan, resulting in the locals up in arms against the Pakistani army. The agitation over the issue of erratic power supply, inflated power bills, withdrawal of power subsidy continued on Skardu. In fact, the protests are also continuing in Skardu. As we continue with this breaking news, we're also bringing our guests right now. Let's stay with these images, but let me introduce our guest joining us right now. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, national spokesperson of the BJP. Colonel Shailendra Singh is the defense expert. Hamid Khan is going to join us from Islamabad. Mohsin Raza Khan is also joining us from Islamabad, and we also have Hina Chaudhary, journalist, joining us from Pakistan. Opening up the debate tonight are Hamid Khan and Colonel Shailendra Singh. Hamid Khan, you know, every time you raise questions about what's happening in another country, but the fact of the matter here is that, Hamid Khan, for you to take a look. In fact, Hina Chaudhary, let me open up this question to Hina Chaudhary. Hina Chaudhary, we're going to put out these images for you to see, because we've had journalists joining us from Pakistan who've essentially pointed out the fact that on the one hand, where there have been reports suggesting that the power has been restored in some parts, journalists in Pakistan have now confirmed that's absolutely incorrect. In fact, it seems that the availability is down to just about a couple of hours. That's this current situation, Hina Chaudhary.
Yeah, your voice was a bit slow, but I was unable to listen properly. But merely you were talking about the electricity crisis right now. Okay, I'll start my thing by saying it. Pakistan has been passing through a revolutionary process, we all know. And the things you have quoted in, you have showing on your channel and the start of the program, that opening, that mere agenda every time to degrade Pakistan, to highlight problems of Pakistan, and initially, I must say, to highlight internal issues which are only your narratives, not real. They are merely fake encounters, fake narratives.
How is this, Hina Chaudhary? How do you like to be away from Hina? As I understand, you're a journalist. Hina, you're a journalist. Hina, you're a journalist, and you'll appreciate the fact. You'll appreciate the fact that at the start of this particular edition of the Burning Question, I did actually put out images from Gilgit-Baltistan. You saw what was actually happening, frozen transmissions. And the fact of the matter is that when we speak to people there, when we speak to people in Gilgit-Baltistan, they say that, you know, the situation is unbearable. Now, Hina, for heaven's sake, please understand, you're talking about a situation where in your hospitals, electricity is not there. Children are now falling sick. How long will you continue lying?
Let me speak. I may properly explain the situation of Pakistan better than you, because you are sitting in India, not in Pakistan. So I'll properly engage that statement. Okay, you have quoted your things. We can't trust India. What you have shown is all based on Indian narratives. That is not a real situation of Pakistan. If we trust your videos and pictures, what about those videos which were circulating, which were based on 2017 tax reforms protest of Gilgit-Baltistan, and you have quoted it like it was a recent situation in Pakistan about 2023? That is your fake encounters and fake narratives which you
are you denying the fact? No, are you denying the fact that there is no? Are you denying? Hina, come on. No, Hina, come on. The reason why I need to interrupt you, I hate to do so, but the fact of the matter, are you really trying to tell the world tonight that there is absolutely no protests that are going on starting from the 23rd of December in Gilgit-Baltistan in places like Skardu? Even, in fact, there are latest images which I'm going to put it out for you to see. And, you know, come on, you can't keep bluffing the people by saying that there are no protests that are taking place.
That the situation and the pictures and the videos rotating on social media, and you have also on Twitter, you have
yes or no. Please answer the question. Colonel Shailendra also I'll bring in. Hina, it's for you to see.
Not 2020.
Why don't you see it? I'm putting it out. I'm putting out right now pictures. I'm putting out, Hina, I'm putting out pictures right now for you to see. It's from Gilgit-Baltistan. Forget about Gilgit-Baltistan. There are several other places in, you know, if you want, I can put it out. You know, so these are images right now that I'm showing you are from Gilgit-Baltistan. Are you denying that these are pictures from there?
I'm denying all the pictures and videos you people have been showing since long on your media channels and media platforms.
So everything is hunky-dory. You have electricity.
But I'm
so you have 24 hours electricity, Hina.
I think so.
Okay.
I think
you have 24 hours electricity, right?
Talk about the genuine real
and you have no shortage of wheat. Okay, now Hina. Okay, fair enough. You want to deny want to keep denying the fact that you want to keep denying.
But let's talk
You know,
on reality.
you want to keep denying the
If you want
pictures.
to talk about the electricity situation right now in Pakistan, I'm okay to talk with it.
I've asked you this question. Are you trying to suggest that you are not facing any power cuts?
What? I can hear you.
I said, are you trying to suggest that everything is hunky-dory right now in Pakistan? You're not facing any power cuts. You're not facing any food shortage.
We are
Your
not facing
forex
any
reserves
food
are
shortage.
perfectly fine.
We are facing a technical problem in our national grid. Because of that, since 7:30 a.m. in
What
the
is the
morning,
technical problem?
the electricity has been shut down in many cities of Pakistan, and the expected things coming from the expected statements coming from the different officials, we may recharge our electricity. We may gain our electricity back in few hours. This is a real situation in Pakistan. But what you are talking about, food shortage
Colonel Chalinder Singh.
and everything, that is only Indian narratives. I will totally deny those statements from
Okay,
your
it's
side.
an Indian
The protest
narrative.
killed in
Now,
Pakistan,
you know,
that is-
unfortunately, Hina, unfortunately, Hina, I do my homework before I come for my show. And in fact, if you want to deny the fact that these are all factually incorrect, then I'm only going to quote your publications, your newspapers, whose banner headlines, if you actually read your own newspapers, they themselves are claiming that the situation is so you know, Colonel Chalinder Singh, I'm just going to read out a few headlines from leading Pakistani dailies, and there is a clear mention of what's really happening when it comes to food shortage. Look at the forex reserves. All that put together, if Hina and others basically keep denying that Pakistan is going to be an economic doldrums, which they are already in, I don't see why, Colonel Chalinder Singh, there can't be an attempt made by the Pakistani administration or the Pakistani government to make a course correction, rather than always saying that this is propaganda. For heaven's sake, if you don't want to believe what we are saying, believe your own national dailies who are constantly reporting the fact that you have to go with begging bowls to Russia. You are going to Russia right now, asking for the wheat, for your wheat imports to increase. By March, Russia said that, okay, don't worry, we're going to send you more wheat because you can't feed your own people.
I'm not trying to fulfill your wish list.
Colonel Chalinder Singh wants to come in. Colonel Chalinder Singh, why don't you make a point?
I just want to request, as a good host Indian country, I would request Hina Chaudhary to be our very, very respectable guest, and she must know how to conduct herself on a national television. Hina, brave of you, very brave of you, that yes, there is no shortage. There is no shortage of electricity. There is no shortage of food supplies. There is no shortage of foreign reserves. There is no shortage of anything. Absolutely. Dekho beta, that is bad. That is bad manners. I just now said that be a good guest. We are discussing, and I am admiring you. I am encouraging you. You have a right. You can keep telling lies. Is not the problem. Yes. Problem is you are not respecting your own prime minister, who is actually being wise enough to accept that yes, there is a problem and let us face it. Simple. There is a point. If there is a shortage of electricity, there is outrage of electricity because of it there is 1 hour, 2 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours of darkness. No problems. It is very minor issue. There is just no problem, because you should. I admire. You should be coming out of the darkness of the terrorism. You should be coming out of the darkness of your foreign loans which you have taken. You should come out with the darkness of what the people are getting 100, 150 rupees kg wheat, which is also not available. You see, India can help you. There is no point. You took help where? You took help with COVID. We gave you those injections. Are we trying to blackmail you on that? No, because you are that neighbor which I can't get rid of. Yes, that is the problem. So please work well with us, that yes, let us find out solutions to your problems. There could be some suggestions. There could be some solutions. Why not be open to it? Why not be open to it? But when you say There is just no problem. Everything is hunky-dory, absolute. You are on a galloping ride on economy, on every damn
No,
thing.
that's
That is
not the way. You can't,
That is
Colonel
not the way.
Chailendra Singh, you can't blame Hina. You can't blame him.
Oh, I'm not blaming.
I'm sorry to interrupt
admiring.
all of you
I
right now. We're just getting in some more breaking news. Hina and Colonel Chailendra Singh, we're just getting in some more breaking news right now. There's a program which is underway right now in Mumbai, unveiling of the portrait of Balasaheb Thackeray. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath
आणि म्हणून आज आपण या ठिकाणी सगळे उपस्थित आहोत. खरं म्हणजे बाळासाहेब नेहमी सांगायचे, तुमच्याकडे जर आत्मविश्वास असेल, तुमच्याकडे आत्मविश्वास असेल तर जगाच्या पाठीवर कोणती शक्ती तुम्हाला रोखू शकणार नाही. आपण सगळे त्याचा अनुभव घेतोय आता. मगाशी म्हटल्याप्रमाणे धाडस आणि आत्मविश्वास या दोन्ही आवश्यक गोष्टी आहेत. त्या आम्हाला बाळासाहेबांनीच दिल्या आहेत आणि त्यांच्या विचारांना घेऊन आम्ही पुढे चाललोय. ते त्याचमुळे अन्यायाच्या विरुद्ध लढण्याची ताकद आणि शिकवण बाळासाहेबांनी दिली.
Balasaheb Thackeray has given us had given us the strength to fight against injustice.
त्यांची शिकवण मनामध्ये आम्ही साठवून ठेवलेली आहे आणि त्यांचे विचार घेऊनच आपण पुढे जातोय. मला आठवतं एकदा सूर्याचा भक्त आहे. सूर्य जेव्हा उगवतो तेव्हा आकाशामध्ये भगवा रंग निर्माण होतो आणि हा माझ्या हिंदुत्वाचा भगवा रंग आहे.
Balasaheb Thackeray always said that I am a devotee
सगळीकडे पसरलेला पाहायचा
of Surya.
हे बाळासाहेबांचं वक्तव्य होतं. हे बाळासाहेबांचे
When the sun sets, there is a orange reflection across the sky.
आज तोच विचार घेऊन आपण बाळासाहेबांची
which is
शिवसेना
emblematic of Hindutva-Vadi.
मगाशी अजितदादा म्हणाले ते खरं आहे की एकदा तर काही मुस्लिम बांधव मातोश्रीत आले होते आणि त्यांची नमाजाची वेळ झाली. बाळासाहेबांनी त्यांना नमाज पढायला जागा दिली.
Once some Muslim brothers had come to meet Balasaheb Thackeray in Matoshri, and during their namaz, he gave them space
पाकिस्तानचे गोडवे जे गात
to
होते
hold their prayer.
त्यांच्याबद्दल काय मत होतं ते मला सांगण्याची आवश्यकता नाही.
And we all remember the kind of views that Balasaheb Thackeray had about the people who praised Pakistan while living in India.
आणि म्हणून आज बाळासाहेबांची शिकवण, त्यांचा वारसा, त्यांचे विचार, त्यांचा जो मूलमंत्र 80% समाजकारण 20% राजकारण तो आपण पुढे घेऊन जातोय.
We're taking forward Balasaheb's legacy and his principles and teachings.
कधी त्यांनी जातीपातीचा विचार केला नाही, धर्माचा विचार केला नाही. कोणाकडे किती मतं आहेत, कोणाचा समाज किती आहे, त्याला कशी मतं मिळतील, तो निवडून कसा
He never thought about, he never considered the caste politics or the caste dynamics. He always promoted people based on their work.
देण्याचं काम केलं. नाही तर अनेक लोक आहेत त्या समाजाचे मतदार त्या 3 लाखामध्ये 2-5 हजार पण नाहीत, परंतु अशा लोकांना देखील बाळासाहेबांच्या विचाराने या विधानसभेत लोकसभेपर्यंत पाठवण्याचं काम केलं. आणि म्हणून
Balasaheb Thackeray has always promoted and ensured that even those who are unrepresented are sent to the assembly.
देशभक्ती भरली होती.
Balasaheb Thackeray was a nationalist.
मगाशी कोणीतरी
He never kept vote bank politics in mind.
स्थापन झाले असते, परंतु सत्तेसाठी कधी त्यांनी तडजोड केली नाही. मुख्यमंत्री पदासाठी कधी त्यांनी तडजोड केली नाही. आपल्या विचारांशी कधी तडजोड केली नाही. हे देखील त्यांच्याकडून आम्ही शिकलेलो आहे. ही देखील शिकवण त्यांचीच आहे. त्यांचाच आदर्श डोळ्यासमोर ठेवून आम्ही काम करतो आहे.
We keep him as an example. We keep him as an idol and
नेहमी म्हणायचे ते रिमोट कंट्रोल होते, पण ते रिमोट कंट्रोल सर्वसामान्य लोकांच्या हिताला त्यांना न्याय देण्यासाठी चालवायचे. स्वतःला काही पाहिजे म्हणून कधी त्यांनी रिमोट कंट्रोल चालवलं नाही.
he never pulled the cords of power because he wanted something, because of a selfish motive.
आणि म्हणून त्यांनी संयुक्त महाराष्ट्राची चळवळ असू द्या, मराठी अस्मितेचं रक्षण असू द्या, यासाठी बाळासाहेबांनी शिवसैनिकांची अभेद्य अशी फळी निर्माण केली. आणि त्या फळीतूनच अनेक लोक विधान मंडळात आले, विधानसभेत आले, लोकसभेत आले, कोणी महापौर झाला, कोणी नगरसेवक झाला. राणेसाहेब इकडे आहेत. राणेसाहेबांनी स्वतः सांगितलं, वयाच्या 15व्या वर्षापासून त्यांनी शिवसेनेमध्ये झोकून दिलं. वेडे झाले सगळे बाळासाहेबांच्या विचाराने.
Non-stop anti-army positions by the Vadra Congress. There's shock as the Vadra Congress mirrors a Pakistan line. Does Vadra Congress believe in the Pakistan line on the surgical strikes? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं. अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाइड क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है. आज पराक्रम दिन है. नेताजी की 123वीं जयंती है. इस कार्यक्रम के साथ साथ जहां पर नेताजी रहे थे वो सुभाष द्वीप पर आज उनका स्मारक बनाने का भी निर्णय किया गया है. ये दोनों कार्यक्रम, ये दोनों निर्णय देश के प्रधानमंत्री के निर्णय अंडमान निकोबार को फिर से एक बार अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह को स्वतंत्रता की स्मृतियों के साथ समग्र देश के साथ जोड़ने वाले निर्णय है और मैं इसका बहुत बहुत मन से स्वागत करता हूं.
News in brief, in what seems to be a big boost, in what has come as a big boost for the Indian Navy, a 5th Kalvari class submarine of the Indian Navy has been commissioned. It has been indigenously built. INS Wagir can be deployed both closer to the shore as well as mid-ocean. Prime Minister Modi virtually inaugurated a model of a proposed memorial dedicated to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Andaman and Nicobar Islands to commemorate the freedom fighters' 126th birth anniversary.
Non-stop anti-army positions by the Vadra Congress. There's shock as the Vadra Congress mirrors a Pakistan line. Does Vadra Congress believe in the Pakistan line on the surgical strikes? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Sidramaya sir, Savarkar drew inspiration. Is it also an indirect dig at Hindutva also drew inspiration from we have to go. We are now late. No, sir, we are asking a direct question to the former Chief Minister. Randeep sir, 1 second, sir.
Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Unveiled Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Century Ply, Samsonite and Panasonic.
Good evening and welcome. It is no accident that the Vadra Congress Yatra has turned into a Sabut gang Yatra. For in any country, a political party has to be steadfast in its ideology. You cannot claim to seek national unity and speak against national interest at the same time. You cannot claim to be for the country and openly take swipes at the nation's armed forces at the same time. Is it because of the Vadra Congress's secret and written understanding with China that Rahul Gandhi claimed that the Chinese were beating our soldiers less than a day after our forces valiantly pushed the Chinese back? I am asking you tonight, viewers, are such anti-national positions accidental? And I'm asking you, viewers, is it accidental that the Vadra Congress today virtually demands the return of Article 370, questions the revocation of Article 370 and 35A? I ask you tonight, viewers, is it accidental? Do you think it is accidental? Do you think it is accidental that today, in an open rally, knowing that cameras are recording every word, the Vadra Congress officially questioned the surgical strikes by our forces? Questioned that they ever happened. Questioned that our jets went in and bombed the Jaish-e-Mohammed camps. Questioned everything. Is it accidental? Is it accidental that each and every time the position of the Vadra Congress vis-a-vis our enemies across the border matches the line of the enemy and goes against the interests of our own nation? The lobby will say, it is just a coincidence, don't take it seriously. But I am asking tonight, is it truly a coincidence? Is it an accident or is it deliberate? Political differences are okay, but national security, national interest cannot be compromised. It is paramount. And if you do not cross that test truthfully, if you cannot win that test, then you cannot be allowed to operate as a national party. Every viewer of Republic must do their own research on the number of occasions when the position of the Vadra Congress, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, has seemed to be a ditto copy of the position of Pakistan, a ditto copy of the position of the Pakistan Foreign Office, a ditto copy, ladies and gentlemen, of the position of the Pakistan Prime Minister, and a ditto copy of the position of the Chinese Foreign Ministry, and a ditto copy of the position of the Chinese propaganda machinery. And I say tonight that this cannot be accidental. And that is the core issue before all of us today. Please don't mistake my hashtag tonight. Hashtag Sabut Gang Yatra. This hashtag is not satirical. I don't mean to mock any party, but it is a true reflection of what this YouTube Yatra has now turned into. And as this Sabut Gang Yatra ends in the company of known anti-nationals, Rahul Gandhi is back in the company of those whose views on Indian foreign policy actually matches, like Farooq Abdullah, like Mehbooba Mufti, like the rest of the Gupkar gang. But we must not look away. We must look upon this clear and present danger that a congregation of anti-nationals poses, that an ideological congregation of people who question our forces at the slightest pretext presents. And I call upon all right-thinking people in the country to condemn in the strongest words this continuous questioning of the armed forces by political entities like the Vadra Congress. Let's debate, ladies and gentlemen. Let's debate openly. Let's debate fearlessly tonight. For this has gone too far. And ladies and gentlemen, debate number 2 this evening. Completely powerless, stuck in the dark. 90% of the country has no electricity. Debate number 3 tonight. As the Modi government honors Paramveer Chakra awardees on the occasion of Netaji's birth anniversary, Mamta says it's all politics. That's the face-off in debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight.
सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की बात करते हैं कि हमने इतने लोग मार गिराए, लेकिन प्रमाण कुछ नहीं.
The Sabha gang of the Vadra Congress has struck again. 7 years on, the Vadra Congress is demanding proof that India ever carried out the surgical strike.
हम लोगों के 40 सीआरपीएफ के जवानों ने जान आज तक ये बात खुलासा नहीं कर पाई भारत की सरकार कि आखिर ये 3
Mirroring China, now openly pro-Pakistan again, he questions the forces on Pulwama.
गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान देना ये कांग्रेस पार्टी का चरित्र है. आप भारतीय सेना के खिलाफ बोलेंगे, ये भारत बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा.
Martyrdom of our brave hearts questions. There is anger across India against the Sabha gang.
21 द्वीपों को अब परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम से जाना जाएगा.
21 Andaman and Nicobar Islands named after Paramveer Chakra awardees. Prime Minister honors India's bravest. Nation pays tribute to Netaji on his Parakram Divas, but a fight breaks out on the sidelines to claim Netaji's legacy. And Pak in the dark, no food stocks, no fuel supply, no funds to run the country anymore. The lights have gone off. Pak is in the dark tonight. And here's my take. My take is that once is an accident, twice is ignorance. But thrice cannot be deemed to be anything but deliberate. And throughout the YouTube Yatra, the Vadra Congress mocked our army, attacked our army, abused our army, enabled the Chinese narrative, and now bolsters the lies of Pakistan on the surgical strike and the air strikes. The Congress, the Vadra Congress Yatra is now a hashtag Sabha Gang Yatra. It is a Yatra of those who stand against an integrated India. It is a Yatra of those who are dedicated to work against the nation. And that is why tonight the Sabha Gang Yatra has flopped. Let's debate.
After joining forces with Farooq Abdullah, after getting a vote of approval from Mehbooba Mufti,
राहुल गांधी चले हैं इस मुल्क को जोड़ने के लिए, जो इस मुल्क की विरासत है उसको मजबूत करने के लिए हम उनको इसके लिए सलाम करते हैं.
The Vadra Congress has decided to toe the Gupkar gang line and parrot Pakistan.
पुलवामा की घटना हुई, 40 से ज्यादा हमारे सीआरपीएफ के लोग मारे गए. उस घटना की जानकारी ना संसद में उन्होंने पेश की, ना जनता के सामने रखी. सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की बात करते हैं कि हमने इतने लोग मार गिराए, लेकिन प्रमाण कुछ नहीं.
The demand for Sabha comes despite the clinching proof of the Pak posts being destroyed in Balakot strikes that Republic TV showed you. The Vadra Congress position is an attack on the forces who conducted the strikes and avenged the terror attack.
Now, based on very specific and credible information which we received yesterday, Indian Army conducted surgical strikes last night at these launch pads.
We have got this station is established to hold 2 LCS cones. So we've got 1 LCS con, then 1 more will come. Then as they getting produced, then we'll keep about 1 to 2 out here and rest we'll push out to the forward areas.
2 days ago, Jairam Ramesh refused to take a firm position in support of abrogation of Article 370.
जो बिल 5 अगस्त 2019 को लाया गया और पारित किया गया लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से नहीं हुआ, जबरदस्ती।
The BJP is calling out the Vadra Congress legacy of standing against the forces.
सुर्खियों में बने रहने के लिए गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान देना ये कांग्रेस पार्टी का चरित्र है, लेकिन आप भारतीय सेना के खिलाफ बोलेंगे, ये भारत बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा।
The Sabha gang yatra has been a through and through flop show.
6 महीने ट्रेनिंग करो, बंदूक पकड़ो, 4 साल रहो, फिर जूता मार के बाहर निकाल देंगे और उसके बाद बेरोजगार हो जाओ। जिन्होंने 2000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर हिंदुस्तान का उठा लिया, जिन्होंने हिंदुस्तान के 20 जवानों को शहीद किया, जो हमारे जवानों को अरुणाचल प्रदेश में पीट रहे हैं।
The only response the Sabha gang yatra has elicited is nationwide outrage. Let's debate.
Gaurav Bhatia, MR Venkatesh, Sushant Sareen, Manan Bhatt is an Indian Navy veteran and author of Balakot airstrike, How India Avenged Pulwama, which Rahul Gandhi and the Vadra Congress now say never happened, and that is their position. And Lokesh Jindal of the Congress, Karthik Reddy of the BRS, Abhishek Sudhir supports the AAP of the Tiranga Group, and Anthony Kachaturian is a writer and journalist from Kolkata. Sorry for the mispronunciation initially. Thank you very much. Now, I'm opening with Lokesh Jindal of the Congress and Gaurav Bhatia. Why is it that the Congress party insists on calling the Balakot airstrikes as fictitious, as something which have never happened, of which there is no proof, and which is a lie? Question 1. Question 2, which goes with this viewer, is very relevant. This is exactly the position, mark my words, Gaurav, this is exactly the position of the Pakistan Army spokesperson Asif Ghafoor. So the position of the Pakistan Army and the Vadra Congress are unmistakably similar. And I would like to know why. Lokesh, 1 minute to you, then counter, moving fast.
The statement that is said today, it is with respect to the 2016 surgical strikes. And when you're talking about the 2016 Uri attack that occurred in 2016, prior to that there were 3 attacks. 2015 first was the Gurdaspur, followed by Pathankot, then there was Poonch, and then there was the 2016 attack in Uri. The government came out with a chest thumping that it indulged into surgical strike, giving high numbers, politicizing it, trying to politicize this particular issue, which Lieutenant General Huda himself has criticized. He has went on record to say that such form of politicization of such issues is detrimental to the national security of the country. Now, there are 2 points. First of all, the government must stop politicizing the army and its operations. There's a difference between Indian government and the armed forces.
Lokesh, I'll have to stop you there because you're crossing the time limit also, because the main issue that we are presented with is that the Congress party in an official forum, maybe because it wants to appease Mehbooba Mufti, is saying that the surgical strikes have never happened and claimed and demanded that they need proof of the surgical strikes.
Let me correct
and the exact words are, Gaurav, surgical strikes की ये बात करते हैं, हमने इतने लोग मार गिराए, referring to terrorists. And he goes on to say the Vadra Congress official position, not in a private meeting. So today Congress cannot say it's a private opinion. He says मगर surgical strikes का कोई प्रमाण नहीं है.
नहीं, मगर
क्या है, बस झूठ का पुलिंदा से ये आज राज कर रहे हैं, which means they have said the surgical strikes are a lie. I am not misquoting anything. Viewers, we must all stand against this. Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia.
कितने लोग मार दिए इसका कोई प्रमाण नहीं है. Please don't.
Gaurav Bhatia, don't try to qualify. Gaurav Bhatia.
Okay, can he be quiet now? Yes, thank you.
So Arnav, I would say that now the true venomous side of Rahul Gandhi is out in the open, and the name might be Bharat Jodo Yatra, but its true character
not only
has been Bharat Todo Yatra. And your hashtag today, Saboot Gang Yatra, army will not give any saboot. The government will not give any saboot to Rahul Gandhi and the treacherous Congress party. Rather, first the Congress party and the Rahul Gandhi needs to give saboot to the country and to the Indian army that they are Desh Bhakt. And why do I say that? First, when you have shown that clip and the senior armed forces officer is saying that they have conducted Balakot airstrike and surgical strike, and the army has also given a reply in the RTI. Why is it that Rahul Gandhi, P. Chidambaram, Salman Khurshid, Manish Shankar Iyer, and Digvijay Singh, and many others? Please ask him to be quiet. This is not done. This is very, very impolite and uncivilized.
Serious matter, Lokesh. Lokesh, very serious matter that the Pakistan position is being mirrored so openly by the Vadra Congress. Everyone has a right to speak about this, and I request you to listen to Gaurav Bhatia. It is an extremely serious matter. My newsroom is flooded with phone calls today, and if the Congress is speaking the language of Pakistan, the nation will debate. Thank you. 1 minute, please. Gaurav, continue. 2 versus 2 after that. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Arnab. So, Arnab, the official spokesperson of the Congress party is not here. And in case Lokesh is, then I would like to tell him, Congress party has said that this is the personal statement made by Digvijay Singh. So somewhere, I think you also acknowledge it's a big mistake questioning the valor of the Indian army. Second, is it not true when Pulwama happened, half an hour after that, Randeep Surjewala being the chief spokesperson then, Arnab, he came out and he gave a clean chit to Pakistan and he said, this is homegrown terrorism. And you link it with what Sam Pitroda said. Sam Pitroda said, Pakistan बड़ा अच्छा देश है, सारे लोग बुरे नहीं हैं, उन सबको मत बोलो कि वो आतंकी हैं. Such soft corner for Pakistan. Third, is it not true that Narendra Modi ji, leading from the front, gave a free hand to the brave Indian Army and Air Force, and surgical strikes happened and Balakot airstrike happened? Compare this with 2611. Fali Homi Major asked Manmohan Singh ji for permission to attack Pakistan, but that permission was never given. So this is the difference. And last but not the least, Rahul Gandhi himself saying, please be quiet, please be quiet, please be quiet. I don't need to answer anything to you. Please don't speak in between. Arnab, please ask him. I think he's too young, he's like Rahul Gandhi. He's a budding Rahul Gandhi. That's why he's behaving like it. Please.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
Please ask him to be quiet, Arnab. I wish to complete my point.
Viewers, as the debate takes a very serious turn tonight, and people are getting very angry, my question is whether this insult to our forces is accidental. You see, viewers, there is a 4-para unit led by the Indian Army which was airdropped to carry out the entire strike and return back without any casualties. And I need to tell you this, Lokesh, you will understand how the people of this country feel if I open the lines. You are in your own vacuum. You're going around dancing with the Gupkar gang. You have to understand the sentiments of people in this country. Your woke and privileged attitude is the reason why you will be left with no seats in the next Lok Sabha elections. And viewers, opening the debate tonight, Karthik Reddy, what do you feel about this? You represent the alternative alliance of the BRS. Gaurav, I'll come back to you. I just need to get everyone in. Karthik Reddy, I'm going to come back to you, Gaurav. Karthik Reddy of the BRS, please. Spokesperson of the BRS. Yes, please.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Good evening, Arnab. Good evening, Arnab. I'm a little bit under the weather. I hope my fellow panelists and yourself would bear with me. Arnab, from day one, we, in the sense Bharat Rashtra Samiti, BRS, have been very clear in our stand. Any matters relating to national security and a decision taken by the Union government and even the Honorable Prime Minister, our party has backed those decisions without a doubt. We have always maintained our stand and we have not gone back on our stand anytime in any matter special. But Arnab, everything said and done, political parties who try to squeeze political mileage out of situations like these should be open to political scrutiny. The reason I say this, Arnab, let us be mature enough to understand. Nobody here is doubting the valor, the brave hearts, the sacrifices made by our army, our armed forces, and no Indian would do that. But the matter that we need to discuss, remember Arnab, after the Balakot strikes, after the 2019 Balakot strikes, our BJP cadre and file, rank and file of the BJP, the rhetoric was based around हम घर में घुस के मारे, हम 70-27 साल में कोई कर नहीं दिखाए, हमारे 56 इंच के प्रधानमंत्री ने करके बताया. Their whole agenda, their whole rhetoric running up to the election was around the Balakot strikes. And I ask the nation through you, it is not okay to compromise and to debate the valor of the Indian forces, but is it okay to politicize those sacrifices or not? I'm asking you.
A point you make. Why
is it okay?
I will. A point you make.
Last question, Arnab. Last question. Can I finish with
go on.
With the surgical strike?
Yeah.
When it comes to the matter of surgical strikes, Arnab, we see, even when it comes to Pulwama, or even when it comes to Balakot, or even when it comes to the Uri attacks, the surgical strike during 2016, there have been an attempt made by the Union government to strike our enemies beyond our borders. But how effective and how surgical they are is anybody's guess.
There are issues you raised. In principle, I am with you on the first. Nobody should politicize. However, Karthik, as I bring in M.R. Venkatesh and Sushant Sareen, who's the domain expert here, and Manan Bhatt, I'll bring him in later. What is politicizing about saying कि हमने घुस के मारा? क्योंकि हमने तो घुस के मारा. अब आपको अच्छा लगे नहीं लगे ये अलग बात है, मगर मुझे पता है that on the 6th of March हमने घुस के मारा. You understand? हमने घुस के मारा. हमको घुस के तभी मारना चाहिए था. Allow me to complete. I'll hand over to MR and Manan and Sushant. I'm not going to debate with you, but I'm going to tell you one thing. I am damn proud कि हमने घुस के मारा. मनमोहन सिंह को बोलना चाहिए था कि मैं घुस के मारूंगा, मगर मनमोहन सिंह शर्मल शेफ साइन कर रहे थे. मनमोहन सिंह compulsions of coalition politics कर रहे थे. मनमोहन सिंह क्या विवश थे? Because on the 6th of March, I showed on Republic satellite images. Allow me to complete, Lokesh. Satellite images of how 3 different structures housing Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists and their assets were penetrated and plummeted using 1,000 kg Spice 2000 glide bombs.
You say that we were not reacting.
Spice 2000. You were not reacting, it's a fact. Of course you were not reacting. You were part of the Nambi-Pambi group, which was simply doing Aman Ki Asha. Now listen to me. You listen to me. I'm talking to Sushant. I don't want interruption here. This is the problem, I'm saying that on 6th of March, I'll be allowed to complete. We showed on Republic, Sushant, images of how 3 different structures housing Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists and their assets were penetrated and plummeted using 1,000 kg Spice 2000 glide bombs. I don't know what more proof is required. So many years later. I hand over to Sushant and MR. Sushant.
Arnab, I think one of the points which the BRS leader made, and I think that's an unexceptionable point, there should be political scrutiny. I don't think anybody who believes in democracy can, deny that particular point. But having said that, when people say that why was it politicized? After 1971 war, on December 16, 1971, when the Pakistanis surrendered before the Indian army, and it was certainly a victory of Mrs. Gandhi, who was the Prime Minister of the time, and of course the Indian army. Would the Congress party not have celebrated and claimed a victory? Everybody would have. In fact, at that point of time, the entire opposition supported the Congress party's government and said that this is a national victory. So the point is that yes, when something like this happens, the government of the day or the party which is in power will take credit. And that is part and parcel of politics. To say that you are politicizing it, I think politicizing it is by questioning it. When you are talking,
let him. He has waited, sir. He has waited, Lokesh.
Because you don't talk any sense, anyways. So let me just complete my point. Then you say whatever drivel you have to say, you give. But so Arnab, one is that. So a little bit of politicization will happen. But the way you are questioning, and I have seen throughout today what the Congress party, I don't know, maybe they have a political death wish, to continuously raise points which actually rile the public of this country rather than win them any political points. But if they want to do it, they want to dig the grave deeper for themselves, they're most welcome to it. And if they want to have a leader like Digvijay Singh, in which, the dig part is more important because he is digging the ditch even deeper for them than the Vijay part because he's not getting them any Vijay.
That hurts.
The fact of the matter remains that they want to make this kind of statement. Now, somebody said that after 26/11 we retaliated. You know how they retaliated? They retaliated by saying that Lashkar-e-Taiba did not carry out this attack. RSS carried out this attack.
No, you cannot.
If this is the way they are going to give the platform of patriotism and of nationalism to the BJP, and I don't think BJP has a monopoly over that, but you are giving it to them on a platter. Why will the BJP not take it?
I
can't understand the political strategy.
Question being, Abhishek goes next. I'm speaking very little tonight. I'm listening. Learn from me, Lokesh. Abhishek.
Yes. See, the point is, Mr. Goswami, there's something called the Shahid Bhagat Singh Armed Forces Preparatory School that was opened in Delhi, in Najafgarh, by the Aam Aadmi Party government. 10,000 students applied, 175 were admitted, and these 175 students would be prepared for a career in the Indian Army. They'll be prepared for the NDA exam. The Aam Aadmi Party is hoping to secure the future of the Indian Army. The BJP wants to take credit for the achievements of the Indian Army. The Congress wants to discredit the achievements of the Indian Army. These two preeminent anti-national parties of India need to be driven out of power. And I hope in 2024, right, Mr. Kejriwal will be given an opportunity to establish these armed forces preparatory schools across India. If not in 24, maybe in 29. But I'm really not interested in this debate.
M.R. Venkatesh.
Digvijay Singh is a joker. Digvijay Singh is a joker. Jairam Ramesh is a joker. Rahul Gandhi is a ringmaster. Nobody is interested.
Okay, M.R. Venkatesh's turn. M.R. is on the debate. M.R.
Arnab, the very important thing, you were using the word accidental in your initial few minutes of introducing the subject today. This repeated riling of the Indians by repeatedly telling them that, look, the surgical strike never happened. The surgical strike will be questioned. Today, Arnab, as we come to the program, I learned that Jairam Ramesh has tweeted stating that he disowns or he distances the Congress party officially from the statement made by Digvijay Singh. So what is Lokesh Jindal for?
No, but I have a different question. I have a different question and a very important national security perspective on this. For it has been reported, Lokesh 1 minute, Lokesh 1 minute, MR, as you may know, it has been reported that the very eminent Supreme Court lawyer and Rajya Sabha member of Parliament and increasingly foreign policy domain expert Mahesh Jetwalani has tweeted yesterday calling Jairam Ramesh China's pet. He has also with that retweeted an article about Jairam Ramesh getting accolades in China. And there is, as we all know, whether we like it or not, an increasing focus and matter of interest on Jairam Ramesh's profoundly pro-China line. Now, I find that extreme, and there is a great scrutiny as well, rightly so and editorially justified, on people who are looking back at the various times in which Jairam Ramesh seemed unnaturally pro-China. Now, interestingly, I'm completing my point. Jairam Ramesh is not. No. Jairam Ramesh has never contradicted Rahul Gandhi when he said that the Chinese forces beat the Indian army ko. He never spoke. Jairam cannot afford to take an anti-China position, it seems. And therefore, there is a scrutiny. Anthony, you're understanding this, on what really are the national security credentials of the Congress party. And today, the Congress party is giving a clean chit to Pakistan and casting a doubt on the Pulwama attack as well. How horrible can it get? Digvijay Singh says, 3 quintal RDX aaya kahan se? Look at the words. Look at the words, Gaurav. 3 quintal RDX aaya kahan se? So, 1 minute. The Vadra Congress is casting aspersions on the attack itself and therefore openly trying to protect Pakistan. Now you tell me, Anthony, openly protecting Pakistan, what percentage of India's population will accept any party after it does that? Please come into open debate. Anthony.
Thanks, Arnab. I find these comparisons with China a little bit strained. I live in Kolkata, where the government of India, through the Indian Railways, is giving us trains from China. So can I ask you what happened to Make in India, or shall we keep drawing parallels with China? Secondly, what is this great aversion that we have to transparency? Pulwama, let's find out what happened with the surgical strike. Great moment for India. It's a point of national pride. So let us tell the public, let us give them the evidence.
No, what evidence? Tell me. No, Anthony, tell me. Anthony, I'll tell you. Let me assist you in the process. Let me assist you in the process. Let me assist you in the process. See. Okay. Anthony.
If you are proud of what this country has done, shout about it.
Okay, Anthony, point is, can you name the Pakistani terrorist who was the mastermind of the Pulwama attack, who was eliminated in July 2021? Since you speak.
No, I cannot. Why don't you hold an
No. But point is this.
And tell us.
Point is this. The point is this. Anthony.
CRPF क्यों इतनी से उड़ा दिया? बता दीजिए.
God, this is sounding absurd now.
कहाँ था? बता दीजिए.
Anthony, I'll just tell you. Anthony, I'll tell you one thing, and Gaurav will respond to you. But the answer to the question which I asked was, his name is Abu Saifullah. Okay. He's the top commander of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and the Jaish-e-Mohammed was the mastermind of the Pulwama attack, okay, in which 40 CRPF men were killed. And it is repugnant, disgusting, abhorrent, abominable, and anti-national to question Pakistan's role in the Pulwama attack, because within 5 days of the attack, the Jammu and Kashmir police and our armed forces had eliminated the entire Jaish leadership in the Kashmir Valley. That was not fake. And on 28th December 2022, Jaish-e-Mohammed commander Ashiq Ahmed Nagru, who was believed to be the key perpetrator of the Pulwama bombings, was eliminated by the forces. In fact, I find it extremely suspicious, MR. Extremely suspicious that within days of Jaish-e-Mohammed commander Ashiq Ahmed Nagru being eliminated, the Congress party is trying to suggest that Pakistan did not have a role in Pulwama. What is their intention? I'm for complete transparency. I'm for brutal transparency. But I'm questioning the intent behind such attacks. MR is on the debate with Anthony, and then I'm opening it up.
The Ministry of Defense was asked to provide air transportation.
Ridiculous. The extent to which they go.
Why was air transportation denied? Where was their force protection?
For whom?
To whom, sir?
For whom?
To whom?
Air transportation for whom? What is he talking about?
Arnab, this man is no clue about what is he talking about. I think he's completely lost, and this is the problem with the Congress supporters. They are neither clear on facts, neither they do not know what they are talking about. On one hand, Jairam is with the Chinese, Digvijay Singh is with the Pakistanis, and the Congress is nowhere. And that is the problem today Congress is facing.
With the Chinese. We're all with the Chinese.
Sir, don't give me all this Chinese crap.
This is nonsense.
Chinese crap is not there. The Congress party dealing with the Chinese is the issue. Then let us have the transparency. Bring out the MOU with the Congress. Bring the MOU of the Chinese with the Congress. Why don't we have the? Why
Yeah,
don't we
release it.
Talk about the. Release it.
Release it.
Talking about transparency.
Enough.
Do you have the guts? Do you have the guts?
Release it.
Do you have the guts? Do you have the guts? Do you have the guts to ask it?
आप public कीजिए.
Do you have the guts?
No, because
Aam Aadmi Party.
Gaurav Bhatia is also on along with MR right now, ladies and gentlemen. 36 minutes into the debate. I just want a moment to just make a point. And I want to introduce MR Gaurav before I come back to you. Someone who is an expert on the subject. I'd like him to have a say, and then I'm opening it up. His name is Manan Bhatt. He's an Indian Navy veteran. He's the author of Balakot Airstrike, How India Avenged Pulwama. Now, Manan, we are in a serious situation where the Vadra Congress says, how did Pulwama happen? In other words, they are trying to defend Pakistan from what we say that Pakistan carried out, Jaish-e-Mohammed carried out Pulwama. They are trying to protect them there. They're also openly questioning whether the Indian armed forces ever carried out the surgical strikes in Pakistan. So it's reached this point. You know what happens, Manan? At one point, a party becomes brazen. And I think the Vadra Congress has become brazen. They feel we will openly be anti-military, pro-Pakistan. To hell with it. This is our new woke approach. And I say the people of India will reject it, but I need to hear from you. Because you heard Anthony right now from Kolkata raising those questions and demanding transparency. Over to you. Your response to Anthony.
Thank you, Arnab. Thank you, Arnab. There is an issue. We entire country right now understands that there is a serious issue with the thinking of Congress leadership. It was till the time they were in power, it was somewhat hidden. But as Sushant Sarin has just said, that by tagging the 26/11 terror attack as a Hindu terror attack, the Home Minister, the sitting Home Minister of Congress Party, was responding to the Pakistan sponsored terrorism by abetting it. They never responded to it. But what the present dispensation, the present government has done is they have mastered the art of strategic messaging. It must be understood, it must be learned. When you say that the government is going gung-ho about the surgical strikes or the air strikes, they have to do that. This is the art of strategic messaging. You are giving a message to your enemy, to Pakistan, that Balakot airstrike was India's response to their Pulwama terror attack, which killed, unfortunately, in which attack our 40 CRPF Jawan got martyred. We responded, and for that, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and his civil and military advisors, they should be given, they deserve the credit for the strikes. Which Congress should have done, even after the 2001 attack, even after 2008 attack, they never responded. Instead, they were trying to give excuses, they were trying to find ways not to respond to a terror attack. What is it?
Yeah.
In other words,
and in fact,
will you criticize Lieutenant General Huda? Will you criticize Lieutenant General Huda, who criticized the government's policy?
I'll let Gaurav come in.
Criticizing the attack of
Manan.
In other words, the Balakot airstrike broke an established narrative of Congress.
Sir, please answer one question.
Allow Manan to complete.
Just when Pakistan commits terrorism. Let me complete, please. But when this is the time when India started to respond. The surgical strike and the air strike.
Manan,
you have a problem with
Manan, I'll tell you. Manan, if I may, I want to bring Gaurav in. Let it be back to a debate there with the BJP. People keep saying we want proof of what the government's security position is. Well, I'll give the proof. There has been a 47% decrease in number of terrorist incidents from 2018 to 2021. There are less than 100 terrorists operating in the valley. The police has neutralized 172 terrorists in 93 operations. There is a 37% decline in youth joining terrorist outfits, and stone pelting, which you people used to support, by the way, is almost nil after the abrogation of 370. You want the stone pelters Raj to come back, it will not come back. Do you understand that, Lokesh?
What about the lives of Kashmiri Hindus?
Yeah.
What about Kashmiri Hindus, Kashmiri Pandits who are being killed?
And you are a party. I'll let Gaurav answer that. You are a party which could not open its mouth when Kashmiri Hindus you ask. Okay, Lokesh, if you are quiet, I'll silence you with one sentence. If you are quiet, I'll silence you with one sentence. You tell the 54-year-old adolescent, next time he walks with Farooq Abdullah, you know what he should say, MR, to him? He should say, Farooq uncle, can you tell me how you allowed and did nothing when Kashmiri Hindus were being massacred in the Kashmir Valley? Tell him to ask, Farooq uncle, Farooq, there's no rhetoric. There is no rhetoric. It is a fact. It's an inconvenient truth. It is because of you that the massacre of Kashmiri Pandits happened. You emboldened it and you allowed it, and Gaurav is on the debate.
Going to give life to them. The rhetoric is not going to give bread to them.
See, okay. So Arnab, after you played the video, let me just explain what the character of the Congress party has been. Surgical strikes and Balakot airstrikes happened. India was rejoicing. We were proud of the Indian army. Pakistan was feeling the heat, and it was Congress party that was whining and crying. Similarity between Pakistan and the Congress party. Stage number one, they tried to give a clean chit to Pakistan saying that this is homegrown terrorism. I've already referred to the statement of Randeep Surjewala. Stage two, they said there is no surgical strike. So then there is an RTI reply of the Indian Army DGMO saying that before 2016, there was no surgical strike conducted by any government or the army. And that was a tight slap on their face. Third, just to discredit even the political leadership, the strong leadership that Shri Narendra Modi ji provided and gave a free hand to the Indian army. What they did was, in my hand, Rahul Gandhi said that UPA government conducted 3 surgical strikes, and Digvijay Singh, he also came in the fray, and he also said that there were multiple airstrikes. Similarly,
because they will keep making these statements.
It was also
and they will keep
Okay, now Abhishek, 1 minute. Abhishek, 1 minute. This is not the right way to debate. I've told you often, you may enjoy it. It's not good. You let him finish. He actually remained quiet while you were speaking, and I think that is the proper way. Please don't do this. Thank you. So, Gaurav, continue. Abhishek, he didn't speak a word when you spoke, and I think that's the best way to go about it. Thank you. It's moving fast. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Let him complete. I'll come to you after that. Thank you very much. Yes, Gaurav.
Yes. So let me expose, since he's not even an official spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal in 2016 also, like the Congress, asked for proof. So these people are all against the interest of the country, and they jeopardize national security. Last, to the person who spoke, Mr. Antony. Please be quiet.
Antony on the right.
Please be quiet. Shut up.
Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Temperature's down.
Shut up.
Antony on the right. Anthony on the right. Calm down, everyone. Okay, one location, Antony on the right. Abhishek, stop. Thank you. Please. Yes. Everyone, just, debate.
Mr. Antony, I don't know about his political leanings, but I would just like to say one thing. That Mamata Banerjee, just like Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal, was raising questions on the Indian army when they were doing their job in West Bengal, and she said there would be a political coup. And when you ask about transparency, I must tell you, Mr. Antony, in my hand, the NIA, after doing a thorough investigation for 1.5 years, charge sheeted 19 accused. 6 have been killed by the brave Indian army, 7 have been arrested, and one of the names is also of Masood Azhar, who is in Pakistan and thus absconding. And this 13,800 page charge sheet will give you all the answers, just like Digvijay Singh should go through the charge sheet and follow the court proceedings, because we believe in rule of law.
What is the topic of the debate? What is he talking?
The topic of the debate is about the Sabut gang. Thank you very much. And I'm following.
What did you ask?
I'm following this up. 1 minute. Let me put it this way.
You are talking Islamabad and looking Karachi is fine. Huh? Talking Islamabad, looking Karachi is fine.
Listen to me.
अरे छोड़िए, जब कुछ होता नहीं है तो यही सब आप लोग करते हैं.
He himself criticized your government.
अरे पहले राहुल गांधी से कहिए माफी मांगे, कान पकड़ के झूठ बोलते हैं, झूठे कहीं के. When you don't trust the Indian army, what right have you got to even say a word on any issue? You prove your credentials. Zakir Naik's foundation donates you 50 lakh rupees. China gives you a bribe of 1.3 crore. And you come here to question us.
You don't have any agenda.
Okay, my other point tonight, and opening up the debate a little bit, opening up the debate a little bit. See, I'll tell you one thing. What I feel is, I feel, MR, that every political party can have its own point of view. Allow me, Gaurav, 1 minute. I believe every political party can have its own point of view. There is nothing wrong. I am not saying that the Congress party, Vadra Congress leaders, Vadra family should be arrested for being pro 370 or for being anti-army. If they violate provisions, it's okay. It can be investigated. I'm not saying they should be arrested. However, MR, we are on another point tonight where do these things matter to the nation and should they matter to the voters? For example, and MR is on the debate right now with Anthony. When Jairam Ramesh says that the revocation of Article 370 was done in an unconstitutional way, the revocation of Article 370 was done in an undemocratic way, which means I want 370 back. And I also link it to the fact that the 54-year-old adolescent is hugging Farooq uncle who wants China's help to get 370 back. So here's how I read it, and not innocently, quite in a well-informed way, Anthony. Congress wants 370 back. China wants 370 back. Farooq uncle wants 370 back. Mehbooba Mufti wants 370 back. Pakistan army wants 370 back. So we are in a rather bizarre situation where a political party in India has a line which is exactly the same as that of the Pakistan army and that of the Chinese strategic affairs and military establishment. That's very dangerous. And they also have a secret understanding, a secret written agreement, which I'm sure they are beholden to, with Xi Jinping, of which there is documentary proof. So it is a serious matter, and it will be debated across the country. And it's a fundamental litmus test for any party. MR opening the debate. MR 1 minute. Anthony after that, then opening again.
Arnab, what you said is a very serious fault lines in our entire political process. You can't have a mainstream political party virtually being a mouthpiece of certain enemies of the state or the country or the nation. We can't have this right here. And what Rahul Gandhi, Digvijay Singh, Jairam Ramesh, the triumvirate of these three people are trying to do is to destabilize India from within, while trying to bring about the same viewpoints of our opponents or the enemies. Not even opponents, it's the enemies. So my view is that this voters cannot henceforth remain completely neutral to this. This is not a political debate. This is not something in the realm of politics. This is in the realm of national security. This has to be viewed very seriously. And this has gone once, twice, thrice, several times over. And Digvijay Singh is not doing this without the blessing
and not
of Rahul
only
Gandhi.
Digvijay Singh, not only Digvijay. Anthony, I want your view on this. I put this now, MR. I'll have Anthony and Lokesh on the right. And I shall have, please don't get surprised, Karthik and Sushant on the left, because I think on security matters, Karthik stands with the country. I appreciate that, actually. You know, that's a fundamental difference. You know, the AAP and BRS are critical of the government, but they are not anti-army. It's a clear thing people understand. It's only the Congress, Mehbooba Mufti, even I'll tell you, even OSC is not as anti-army as you are.
No, you're missing.
Even OSC is not.
We never.
What your line is a woke pro-China line, which people of the country reject.
Stands with Indian Army.
You can say what you want. Now my question is, I'd like this view. Anthony, take this question. Jairam Ramesh says, in May 2010, reported that India's security establishment is too alarmist and paranoid when it comes to Chinese companies wanting to do business in India. Jairam Ramesh is the same person, Anthony, who in May 2010 had said, and I quote, "Our ability to handle vast hydel projects is much less compared to China." He was in fact suggesting, shockingly, that we need Chinese hydrological expertise to be used in Arunachal Pradesh. Can you believe it? China is trying to claim Arunachal Pradesh. 1 minute. And this, do you realize how dangerous it is when a man with this kind of a profoundly pro-Beijing view is the critical advisor, the only advisor to Rahul Gandhi, who in his mother's presence has signed an agreement with Xi Jinping? I want a clear response on that. Viewers are calling right now tonight. Anthony, what do you think?
I'll inform the viewers.
Anthony, tell me what you think. No generalities this time. I'm pinning you down. Anthony and then Sushant. Yeah, Anthony, go on.
I'm being perfectly clear on this. Just hear me out. I have not interrupted others, so likewise, please don't interrupt me. The Indian Railways comes under the government of India. The Kolkata Metro comes under the Indian Railways. Why did the government of India put Chinese trains on the Kolkata Metro? Is that not a collusion between the government of India and the Chinese government? Is that not fueling the Chinese economy and the Chinese army that are interfering with our national security? Can you answer that point?
Okay, if you finished, I'll get MR to respond to the rather naive observations here from Anthony, who, one minute, who's trying to hedge the whole thing. What was the question, MR? I think you remember the question.
I question the Narendra Modi connection to China, it's naive. But when you want to connect Jairam Ramesh to China, then it's not naive.
I am not trying to connect.
It's all China, right?
Jairam
Why
Ramesh
are
is
you
connected to
giving
China.
business?
Jairam Ramesh said that we need to use Chinese hydrological technology in Arunachal Pradesh.
By giving them tens of thousands
Apparently,
of crores
it was
of
also
Indian
reported that he had offered his resignation after the Home Ministry was very alarmed at his support for Chinese businesses and describing India's security establishment as alarmist. The question is, why don't you answer the question? Why are you defensive about Jairam?
Who in the government of India?
MR, they're defensive about Jairam's own background. Even Jairam will not deny this.
To the Chinese.
Arnab, suddenly Jairam is also becoming a very important part in the Congress regime, so in the Congress architecture. So that is also something.
I want Karthik to come in once. Karthik, I'm saying there's an overall theme here. Karthik.
Arnab, I'd like to ask a question here. Now that we are debating how we questioning the army's action would damage the morale of the army. And my question directly to the Prime Minister and his party would be, it is doubting the military action of our army, trying to protect our people, trying to protect our borders. It is our duty to protect our moral. That is one of the main reasons why we do not doubt the action taken by the army, by the military.
There you go. It's such a different line.
In pursuit to the security of this
So that's a different position.
Similarly, Arnab, please quickly. But my question would be, my question would be, before 2014, before the Prime Minister, our Honourable Prime Minister was sitting in the opposition, was the decorum maintained by the BJP on similar lines? No.
Gaurav, 10 seconds response here, then we are closing this. We're closing this. But the compromises were also great before 2014. Gaurav, okay, got the point. Limited time, limited time. I'm getting him to respond to you. Gaurav.
Yeah, okay. 26/11 happened. The armed forces wanted to respond. Manmohan Singh ji never gave them a free hand. Narendra Modi ji did. And that is why Balapur airstrike and surgical strike happened. Today, these people are questioning the integrity. Please ask him to be quiet. Just shut up.
No,
shut up.
Why should I be quiet?
You know, where do you get these people from? These are goons.
Come on now, gentlemen. Tell me quiet.
These are goons, I'm telling you, Arnab. They can't debate.
Do you even know how to respect your fellow man?
Sorry, I cannot debate with such.
But he listened to you when you were quiet. You returned the favor. Come on now, Lokesh. Come on now, Lokesh.
When he's talking
please,
nonsense.
It's a really important debate. What's going on? Why don't you tell Jairam Ramesh to stop making these comments?
No, you asked this Gaurav Bhatia to answer. Weren't the troops mobilized after 26/11?
Ladies and gentlemen, for want of time, I'm closing tonight. The subject is trending, Sabut Gang Yatra, which means somewhere the people of this country do believe that this YouTube Yatra has turned into a Sabut Gang Yatra. And that is all on debate number 1. On the other side tonight, 90% of Pakistan without electricity. Park in the dark, debate number 2. I'm coming back in a few minutes.
News in brief, in what seems to be a big boost, in what has come as a big boost for the Indian Navy, a 5th Kalvari class submarine of the Indian Navy has been commissioned. It has been indigenously built. INS Wagir can be deployed both closer to the shore as well as mid-ocean. Prime Minister Modi virtually inaugurated a model of a proposed memorial dedicated to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Andaman and Nicobar Islands to commemorate the freedom fighters' 126th birth anniversary. In a shocking incident, a third Hindu temple was vandalized within 15 days with Hindu hate and pro-Khalistan graffiti in Melbourne's Albert Park. The ISKCON temple, also known as Hare Krishna Temple, is a well-known center of the Bhakti Yoga movement in Melbourne. The temple management found the walls of the revered temple vandalized with hate graffiti. Yet another mishap took place in the metro premises in Bengaluru. A metro barricade fell on a car that was passing by this area. While the car was completely damaged, no injuries were reported. The incident took place at Dodinaldi junction in Bengaluru. A verbal brawl took a violent turn in a bar in Bengaluru after a customer was thrashed with sticks and rods by attendants. The incident took place in the Manjunath Nagar area of Bengaluru. The victim alleged that the cops initially refused to file a complaint, citing it was only a bar brawl. 3 people died after allegedly drinking spurious liquor in Siwan's Bihar. 7 people are undergoing treatment. The cause of the death would be ascertained only after the autopsy report is complete. After meeting Annamalai at BJP's state headquarters in Chennai, OPS, speaking to Republic, said that the meeting was regarding the discussion on the by-election, further adding that they had given the undue support to BJP and that all decisions would be collectively taken. As India celebrates the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said that the British were afraid of Netaji, further adding that any freedom fighter took birth in India and that many freedom fighters took birth in India and that if our land could be free from the The Delhi Traffic Police has issued a traffic advisory in view of Republic Day. The Delhi Traffic Police has issued a traffic advisory in view of Republic Day parade. A full dress rehearsal that will take place today is taking place today as the country gears up for the celebrations. 23 tableaus, including 17 from states and union territories and 6 from ministries and departments, will roll down the Kartavya Path during the Republic Day parade on 26th of January.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है। आज पराक्रम दिन है, नेताजी की 123वीं जयंती है। इस कार्यक्रम के साथ साथ जहां पर नेताजी रहे थे वो सुभाष द्वीप पर आज उनका स्मारक बनाने का भी निर्णय किया गया है। ये दोनों कार्यक्रम, ये दोनों निर्णय देश के प्रधानमंत्री के निर्णय अंडमान निकोबार को फिर से एक बार अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह को स्वतंत्रता की स्मृतियों के साथ समग्र देश के साथ जोड़ने वाले निर्णय है और मैं इसका बहुत बहुत मन से स्वागत करता हूं।
News in brief, in what seems to be a big boost, in what has come as a big boost for the Indian Navy, a 5th Kalvari class submarine of the Indian Navy has been commissioned. It has been
Pakistan goes dark as power grid fails. Nationwide blackout in the terror state. There's a massive power outage in Pakistan. We look at that on the debate tonight, 10 p.m.
Congress insulted a freedom fighter, Veer Damodar Savarkar, and this is not the first such instance where Siddaramaiah drew parallels between Savarkar and that of Hitler. This point of time when we try to question Siddaramaiah, the former chief minister, he did stop to answer, but at that point of time, the Congress state in charge, Randeep Singh Surjewala, who is noticing this, stated that such questions should not be asked, and he pushed away the mic, he covered our logo, and then he pushed us away and instructed Siddaramaiah to get inside the bus that they were travelling in.
Big TMC-BJP face-off over Netaji's legacy. Mamta says islands were renamed to gain popularity. Prime Minister honors PVC awardees, TMC politicizes. Debating tonight at 10:30 p.m.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Century Pro Wood and Panasonic.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's horrific what is happening in Pakistan. Today, all the cities of Pakistan have plunged into darkness. There is no light, there is no direction, there is no economy, there is nothing. 90% of Pakistan's economic hub was in the dark. 90%. And the contrast couldn't be sharper. India is a bright spot of the world, and right next door there is a black hole of doom. A black hole of doom. The terrorist state of Pakistan. Completely and entirely powerless. Let's debate.
Pakistan has plunged into darkness. 220 million people are without electricity.
सुबह से जब से दुकान खोली ऐसे ये देखें हाथ भी हमारे काले नहीं हुए, मशीनें सारी बंद पड़ी हुई हैं, सारी लेबर फारिग बैठी हुई है, समझे ना। ये टोटल लाइट का ही काम है हम लोगों का। अब लाइट ना होने की वजह से टोटल लेबर फारिग बैठी हुई है, हम खुद फारिग बैठे हुए हैं। अब शाम तक लाइट नहीं आई तो टोटल नुकसान ही है, जेब से ही दिहाड़ियाँ देनी है।
Passengers were trapped after the power breakdown stopped train services on their tracks. Watch how the passengers were forced to walk on rail tracks in Lahore. The Pakistani Energy Minister is holding meetings. But even the blackout cannot hide the protests over wheat that are underway. Or their calls for unification with India that are growing in Gilgit-Baltistan. The bizarre defense for power cuts is not cutting ice.
यहाँ पे 8 बजे मार्केटें बनती हैं, वहाँ पर बच्चों की जो है ना तादाद कम है पैदा होने की.
A red-faced nation is going to the world with a begging bowl.
आप कहते तो नहीं, लेकिन दिल के अंदर तो आप समझते होंगे ये पैसे मांगने आ गए हैं. तो मैंने कहा कि ये पाकिस्तान एक मिसाल इसकी ये है कि एक हाथ में हमारे एक न्यूक्लियर ताकत है और दूसरे हाथ में कशकोल. ये आग और पानी का ये कब तक ये मिलाप हो नहीं सकता, कब तक चलेगा?
It's clear for Pakistan there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Let's debate.
Viewers, the entire power grid has failed in city after city in Pakistan. We are also having trouble, by the way, Pathikrit, in connecting to people in Pakistan. Right now, Major Yansi Janjua from Islamabad is unable to connect General Bakshi because of an electricity situation. Omar Altaf has also just informed us that he has a power problem. He's also from Islamabad. Something very serious happening in parts of Islamabad. Hina Chaudhary unable to connect from Islamabad. Pathikrit, only Raja Faisal is been able to connect. I think he's on a generator backup. I don't know how long it will last. So there is some situation here. There are 220 million people without electricity at the start of the week. 90% of the economic hub, I mean, you can't call it an economic hub because there is no economy, but whatever is that is powerless. Something else seems to be happening. It just can't be a normal grid situation. Something else going on there.
Although you can pay them with electricity credit if possible. That can help them.
Audio better? Yeah.
You see, I think what Pakistan is going through are classic symptoms of multiple organ failure. You know, there is shortage of medicine. The banks have stopped giving letter of credit. Frankly speaking, there is a problem with wheat. There is problem with, tankers don't want to come because of the falling price of rupee. This is a country which is in doldrum, and this is a man-made disaster. And yet the country continues to be in denial because they still believe in the utopian world that they've created on their own. Except for terror literature and terror camps, everything else in Pakistan is in complete shortage. And that is the reality of this country because Pakistan was never a viable
What is the real
economy.
situation out here? You see, the 117 grid stations suspended, electricity being provided to Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Attock. We are getting troubling reports from Jhelum. There's a place called Chakwal, Rawalpindi. Major breakdown going on there. And the general consensus, Raja, is that this is something else. Your energy minister. No, Raja, we're sympathies with you. Yeah. Sympathies with you.
Thank you very much for inviting me. And I think the other people you were trying to contact, I think around 6-7 names you've taken that you tried to contact and they hadn't had the power enough to join your program, and I have. By the way, I don't have any problems with electricity, and it is electricity. It's not a generator which I'm using right now, and I'm sitting in Islamabad. And if in the beginning your program, whoever made that report, they were mentioning that people were having problems moving around. By the way, I have traveled 175 miles today, and to reach Islamabad, which shows that there is no as such problem in Pakistan right now. Yes, there is power cut at different locations, and the only reason behind it was that there is.
You are oblivious.
There is.
You are 1 minute opening it up. Raja. You are a modern day Marie Antoinette. You are oblivious to what is happening in your country. Sanju is laughing, which is true. You are completely delusional. You are delusional. You look at Omar Altaf. He's in the car, and he can't even operate from home now. Can you see? That's the last picture. Is Omar Altaf in his car.
I have told you that there are.
So what is the problem?
Where there is problem.
So what is the problem?
I don't have any problem.
No, you don't have any. Marie Antoinette did not have any problem. She said, let them eat cake.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There was this windmill. There was this windmill which is, of course, connected to the national grid. There was hindrance at that point, and that created the whole system to disrupt.
I feel sad for you.
And that disrupted system is taking time.
I think,
as you have mentioned, that there are more
than Sanju is on the debate.
Which needs to be reignited. So that is what is happening right now. City by city, people are.
Please, we've heard you. We've heard you. Now let me speak. Thank you. We heard you. Let me speak. Arnab, the last time India had this kind of a massive all-round power outage or a power crisis was way back in 2012. In the case of Pakistan, as recently as October 2022, more than 8,000 megawatts
Ma'am, let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you. You had the problem in April last year.
Why is this man shouting?
You had the problem
I did not shout. Why is this man screaming? Or now, why is this man shouting? Did I shout when you were speaking?
I'm just trying to correct you.
Did I shout when you were
Ma'am, I'm
speaking?
just trying to correct you.
Wait for your turn. Wait for your
When
turn.
you
I
have
did not heckle
countries,
you. Wait for
when
your
you
turn.
have countries that
Wait
are
for your
constantly
turn.
facing power.
Stop behaving in an indecent manner.
Well,
Chup ho jao.
I'm just trying to correct you, ma'am.
Okay, let this man keep talking. You know, I don't need lessons from you. Please shut up. Because I did not heckle you. You don't understand politeness. Now I will not be polite with you. Shut up.
Okay, now stop you. That's why you're just busting towards me.
You know,
You're a liar.
this man, please let him speak. I don't want to debate with this,
just cutting the lies.
I don't want to debate with this imbecile. I don't want to debate with this imbecile.
Come to the debate with the facts. If you're going to
Oh
use the fake news
the whole world
as
is
your
aware of
point, then I'm
Pakistani
going to
facts.
stop you.
You know, Arnav, can I please start my say?
Sanju, you must understand. Sanju, you must understand that Pakistanis today are in a rather sensitive frame of mind. So you need to forgive Raja Faisal his little sensitive conduct. He is from a country which has. You need to understand their situation, Sanju. You know the economy. You know they have no forex. They have forex for only 2 weeks of imports. They have forex for only 2 weeks of imports. You know what that means? You realize how insecure it makes them feel, Sanju. Yeah, go on.
Okay, Arnav. Okay, I don't need lessons in the economy, which is my area of expertise, and I say that without, an iota of, what should I say?
Humility.
Being modest. Yes, humility. Thank you, Arnav. I just have this to say. Look at the figures for Pakistan. The GDP overall is less than less than $300 billion. The Pakistani debt today is $287 billion. These are the latest numbers released by the Global Economy Prospects Report of the World Bank. The World Bank says, and the IMF corroborates, that Pakistan is on the verge of bankruptcy. Point number 3 that I would like to make, apart from the fact that the GDP is tottering and Pakistanis are fighting for wheat and rice and oil and tomatoes, what have you. You know, not only are you in the throes of a debt crisis, but look at the sheer ignorance of your leaders. The first speech made by Bilawal Bhutto, instead of saying that we will encourage entrepreneurs, we will encourage the semiconductor industry, we will encourage the automobile industry, we will encourage the electronics industry. We understand you have no such industries. What did he say? Pakistan has the 3rd largest population of donkeys in the world at 5.7 million, and our exports are going to surge. Now tell me, आपके तो गधे भी लोग खरीदना नहीं चाहते हैं. That is your condition. Even Pakistani donkeys,
Major Janju,
the world is not willing to import. Now, let me tell you one more very important thing. Let me tell you one more very important thing.
Has an obsession.
Arnav, I'll finish in 20
obsession
seconds.
with the donkeys, or you hate donkeys.
Arnav, I'll finish in 20 seconds.
You keep on mentioning donkeys. I don't know. Either you have obsession with the donkeys, or you hate donkeys.
पाकिस्तान के एक हाथ में परमाणु बम है और दूसरे हाथ में कटोरा है. You have, you try and threaten people. Oh, we have, the ability to start off a nuclear attack. We have nuclear arsenal. But actually, you're going around with a begging bowl. You don't have reserves of even $5 billion.
In the start of your
India's
argument,
forex reserves
what you have started with,
$572 billion. India's forex reserves are $572 billion. You don't even have $5 billion.
That is USA.
You should not be getting any airtime on Arnav's
Would you like
channel.
to mention USA?
You should be thanking him that he's giving you a platform.
Get bankrupt? If it didn't get bankrupt, then why you
Nobody wants to
shouting at me?
There's a picture doing the rounds on the internet. There is a picture doing the rounds on the internet. And as they say, a picture speaks 1,000 words, which shows, how the map of the world looks like, General Bakshi. And the entire map of Pakistan, right, is completely dark. It is very scary, General Bakshi. If you see this picture,
I'm sitting in Pakistan now.
Yeah, you are sitting in Pakistan. Marie Antoinette was sitting in France. And Marie Antoinette kept saying, when people said, we have no bread, Marie Antoinette said, I don't care, let them eat cake. And that was what she was famous for. You know, and why did the Queen say that? She said, because the peasants may be starving, the people may be starving, but I am so oblivious, I can eat cake, let them eat cake. And I'll tell you one thing, General Bakshi, I wish people see this, the picture of Pakistan in the dark. Many people calling me tonight, General Bakshi, and in fact so many people send us messages from Pakistan because they say, you know what General Bakshi, they say, हमारी media सिर्फ इन हुकूमत वालों के लिए बोलती है. And people in Pakistan are frustrated, they are angry, they are going to come out in a revolution, there will be a rebellion in Pakistan. And they are saying our media is not reporting anything. And they are saying, oh no, what is the situation there? General Bakshi, as I hand over to you, I want to mention two things today. People of Pakistan, hear me. You are at a 9-year low, 10-year low, you have 2 weeks of imports. After 2 weeks, it's finished. People of Pakistan, in your country, there is no cooking gas left. People are filling balloons with cooking gas for later use. Because suppliers are cutting supplies, you have no foreign exchange. People of Pakistan, your inflation is over 25%. You are the worst in the whole world today. Your country faces a massive shortage of flour. In 3-4 weeks, there will be no atta. Your steel sector is on the verge of closure. People are not giving letters of credit. In fact, people of Pakistan, you must know that I know that you don't even have money to conduct elections. You are finished. And this is the reality. And it's people like Raja Faisal and Major Janjua who are responsible for that. क्योंकि वो हमेशा कहते हम तो ठीक है, हमारा ठीक ठाक चल रहा है. General Bakshi, what do you think, General Bakshi? General Bakshi, on this very serious occasion, what is your message, sir?
Yes. You know, Arnab, what I'd like to point out is that Pakistan is fast going on the route of Sri Lanka, of complete economic meltdown and collapse. And you see, it is the congruence of an economic meltdown with a nuclear armed state, with, you know, loads and loads of armed terrorist lunatics, which is very, very dangerous. You know, if the downslide continues like this, the world may have to intervene. You know, because if Sri Lanka collapsed, if Sri Lanka had a meltdown, you know, it had no nuclear weapons. It had no hordes of terrorists to, you know, grab those nuclear weapons and go on a Armageddon spree. But Pakistan is a dangerous state, extremely dangerous and fragile state. This congruence.
But in the middle of all this, General Bakshi, one question I have. अब ये देखिए हालत क्या है वहां पे. ये सिचुएशन है, मैं कुछ गलत नहीं कह रहा हूं, मगर मेजर जंजुआ आपके जो ये है ना, ये क्या नाम है इनका, बिलावल भुट्टो, इन्होंने बहुत बड़ी पार्टी होस्ट की है इन डेवोस, प्राइवेट पार्टी. यू नो दैट संजू? He hosted a huge private party, hundreds of thousands of dollars, endless wine, champagne, overnight, full party was going on in Davos while this is happening. At least some sensitivity कुछ तो होती, Major Janjua. कुछ तो कहिए आप.
Arnab, first and foremost,
no, how does your leader host a party when this is the situation in Davos? जब ये situation है आपके country.
I have not even started talking and you
नहीं, आप आंसर कीजिए ना.
तो आंसर करूंगा, आप बोलने देंगे तो आंसर करूंगा ना.
क्योंकि
well, what you are saying is absolutely right. Pakistan is in dark today. I am very, very truthful person. There is no doubt about it. There is electricity outage. You are also right that there are only 2 weeks of reserves left. There is no denying that. Absolutely right.
But your leader hosted a massive party in Davos.
Hold on.
Your foreign minister was hosting a private party in Davos. आप उसमें बोलिए ना. There is something called sensitivity.
Exactly.
Arnab, I am saying what you want to hear. That there is power shortage, there is breakdown of power, there is economic meltdown, there is only 2 weeks of reserves left over. But Arnab, quite honestly, India said the same thing in 1947 that this state of Pakistan cannot survive.
Oh God!
We have been here for 75 years.
Oh my God!
And Arnab, hold on. I was very quiet when Sanju was laughing and talking and shouting at Raja Faisal. Right. So Sanju is the economic specialist. She is the specialist on economy. I would request her to give me the stats for India, the GDP for Pakistan she gave.
I will give you.
All right. Oh yes,
I
yes
will
we
give
will.
you right now.
Oh yes we will.
Now it's my turn.
Oh yes we will.
Now it's my turn.
This is my
Now it's
area.
my
Let me
turn.
come
Nobody
in.
shouts.
No,
at
you
when I'm
asked,
talking.
and she shall provide, and so
I
shall
asked
I.
me a question now.
I can
Now
speak
listen
in a
to my
voice much
response.
louder than you.
But my question is,
You don't
You
even
are
have.
Indian
he wants
journalist.
statistics.
You cannot build the bloody sundial.
I am asking you, I am asking you for your
Are you
comment on
talking
the
to me?
private party
And
hosted
during
by
comment-
Bilawal in Davos. हिम्मत नहीं है आपकी कुछ बोलने के लिए? कोई उसूल नहीं है आपके? कोई उसूल नहीं है? आपके लोगों की हालत क्या है? और ये बिलावल भुट्टो ने सरकारी खर्च पर ही no I am asking
Bilawal will get
Joker?
sorted for what he does.
Whose
I am
money
not
was he
going to
spending
defend
there
Bilawal
in
sitting
Davos?
here. No. I am not going to defend Bilawal sitting here. He is going to meet his Waterloo for what he is doing, and very soon he is going to meet it. The problem is what I am trying to tell
Huge
you
private
is
party
that
in
you
Davos
pointing
was going
fingers
on
at-
while this is the situation in Pakistan. You can't speak
You
on
pointing
that.
one
India को
finger at
सवाल पूछ रहे हैं आप?
Pakistan, whereas four fingers going back to
What are the biggest economies in the world? And you want statistics? I'll tell you one thing. एक मिनट. Open challenge है. जनरल बख्शी एक मिनट. जनरल बख्शी एक मिनट. संजू आ रहा हूँ. I know you are provoked, Sanju. You have to give me a turn. जनरल बख्शी को पूछ रहा हूँ. हमारे से बहुत सीनियर है. इनसे बिना पूछे, बिना इजाजत लिए मैं कुछ नहीं करता हूँ ऐसे डिबेट्स पर. जनरल बख्शी, हमारे साथ जो बैठे हैं मेजर जंजुआ ने संजू वर्मा जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता है, उन्हें कहा है कि कंपेयर करिए अपने स्टैटिस्टिक्स और हमारे. मैं आपसे अनुमति मांग रहा हूं, हो जाए आज ओपनली. जनरल बख्शी शुड मैं आपको इंसल्ट करना नहीं चाहता हूं, मैं पूछ रहा हूं, मैं जनरल बख्शी से अनुमति ले रहा हूं बिकॉज शी इज गोइंग टू बीट यू टू पल्प. बट जनरल बख्शी हो जाए कि नहीं? जनरल बख्शी शुड बी हैव इट इन द ओपन नाउ. लेट her thrash. He said Irshad.
You be man enough to take the
with
challenge
General
now.
Bakshi's
You be
permission.
man enough to accept the challenge.
With General
I'm taking
Bakshi's
the challenge.
permission. जनरल बख्शी ने परमिशन दे दी है. संजू बोलेंगे 2 मिनट. I will only tell you one thing. Don't cry. Don't cry. And be quiet when she beats you up. Go on, Sanju.
Yeah. I have taken up the challenge. Now you stand there and don't run away.
Okay. Now
With all
I will
the
not
GDP
interrupt you.
India
You don't
has.
interrupt me. Or now.
Okay. Now challenge accepted. Be quiet, General Major Janjua.
Okay.
ये इसको
Major
कहते हैं
Janjua,
आबेल
आप
मुझे
चुप
मार.
हो
हिंदी
जाइए.
में कहते हैं आबेल मुझे मार. अभी आप सुनिए. She's going to thrash you. She's going to thrash you with facts. You'll be quiet. Go on, Sanju. Sanju, continue. He's not stopping. Major, don't try to run away. Let her speak now.
I'm not going to shout.
No, you continue, Sanju. Come
I'm not going to
on.
shout.
I have never allowed you free run to speak, but today I am.
No.
Thank you, Arnab.
You don't listen.
Arnab, but it's a free run
You don't
provided I'm
listen.
not heckled. You know, you are not muting this guy. You're not lowering his figure. He's put his foot on the axe. Now, let me tell you one thing. And please listen very carefully. I will not interrupt you. But you listen to me. I have 2 minutes. And I don't need Google to see कि भाई India और Pakistan की क्या comparison है. The GDP of India today is the 5th largest in the world. It overtook the United Kingdom last year. In absolute terms, India's GDP is $3.2 trillion. Pakistan GDP
And you-
is not
Sharma, I
even
agree with
1/10
you.
of India.
Your
Pakistan
statistics
GDP is less than
of
$300
fifth
billion.
largest GDP, agreed, accepted.
We
Now
are
let
at
me answer it.
$3.2
Agreed.
trillion. The entire
I said
forex
I
reserves of
agree.
India are $572 billion. Your forex reserves are not even $5 billion.
GDP stats
Our
for India are
retail
high.
inflation,
Now let me answer.
is 4.95%. Your retail inflation is 33%.
Shame.
Our 1-year lending rate is 8.3%. Your 1-year lending rate is 27%.
Hammer them, Sanju. Hammer them.
Capacity. Our installed power capacity is 4 lakh megawatt. Your installed capacity is less than 40,000
Fantastic, Sanju.
megawatt.
Hammer them.
Our annual exports are more than $450 billion. Your annual exports are less than $34 billion. The price of wheat in Pakistan is today more than 300 Pakistani rupees. The price of mutton in Pakistan is
black and blue.
1100 Pakistani rupees. The price of tomato in Pakistan is more than 245 Pakistani rupees.
Now,
in India, vegetable inflation is a negative 1.5.
She's amazing tonight.
Our vegetable inflation is negative 15%. Your vegetable inflation is up about 400%.
He's now wanting to exit the debate.
Vegetable inflation.
He wants to run. Jail Bakshi bhagna chahte hain.
Stockpiles in the last 10 years.
We are the world's third largest renewable energy.
Amazing. She's not even stopping.
Second largest.
Yeah. She's not even stopping.
She's amazing.
She does not have.
Well done, Sanju. Well done. Fantastic. And I'll tell you one thing. No. Sanju. I want to tell you. I want to tell you. 1 minute. Sanju, I want to pay you a compliment tonight. Just a minute, please. You know, Sanju, the precise reason why you irritate me every night, because you never stop, is the precise reason why I love what you're doing tonight, because this man Raja and Major Janjua clearly have realized they're bitten off more than they can chew. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. No, 1 minute, yeah. And I'll tell you, the best part is she's only starting.
Don't run away.
She's incredible with statistics.
Run away today. I will not let you run away today.
She's got this crazy memory. I don't know where she's getting it from.
I will not let you run away today.
She's not running anywhere. She's sitting there waiting to hammer you a second time. With your permission, Pathikrit, can she hammer him a second time?
And a compliment from Arnab Goswami.
Of course I'm complimenting you tonight.
Arnab, you did not interject when she was talking.
Okay, 1 minute. Speak, Major, speak. Speak, Major, speak. You are an injured person.
You have a right to reply.
And you should give him time.
Yeah, give him time. Of course I'm giving him time.
Arnab, listen. When Sanju was talking, you did not speak. So when I speak, you have to have the guts and the cheeks to listen. I absolutely agree with Sanju's numbers. I said, and I am saying again on record. And Arnab, listen. I agree with every number that Sanju gave about Indian economy,
The world does not even
Indian
want
GDP.
to import Pakistani donkeys.
Okay. Arnab, this is what you want to hear from me, Arnab. Listen, Arnab, be quiet. Okay, I agree. But with all this GDP, you can't even build up bloody bathrooms for your people. Toilets.
He brings it down to a Pakistani level. General Bakshi brings it down to a Pakistani level. Abhi, now don't talk like a Pakistani. General Bakshi, anyway, going back to the serious debate. General Bakshi, I want you to come into the debate. General Bakshi Saab. General Bakshi, I'll tell you. General Bakshi,
I think we are officers and gentlemen. Let's conduct this debate in a more gentlemanly fashion. Are you serious? Is it your contention to compare the Indian and Pakistani economies? No, I'm just trying to understand your line of argument. Are you serious about a comparison between the Indian and the Pakistani economies? No, please.
Good one.
I mean, I just want to understand your viewpoint.
Great.
I just want to understand your viewpoint. Are you really serious about a comparative analysis of the economies of India and Pakistan?
India was nearly bankrupting in early 90s.
You know, have you heard of a tale of two cities?
And if we
please, Major Janjua.
General Bakshi is asking you.
This is what the indexes are showing.
Please don't talk over another officer. Let's conduct this debate in a gentlemanly, officer-like fashion. Please.
Absolutely.
All right. Have you heard of the tale of two cities? There never was a greater contrast. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. You know, the whole tale of two cities starts with a series of paradoxical comparisons. That is what exactly the thing between India and Pakistani economic comparison is, you are a disaster. You have one thing in common with Sri Lanka. They are having an economic meltdown. You are having an economic meltdown. Another thing in common. I'll just finish.
You are so obsessed with Pakistan.
I'll just finish. Major Jajwa, let me finish. What you have in common with Sri Lanka is that both of you depend upon China, both of you are part of the Belt and Road Initiative, and both of you are heading for economic ruin. May I have your comments, please?
Thank you very much. And this is the civilized way of discussion and officer-like way.
Let me...
Bakshi Saab, Faisal, just 1 second. Give me 30 seconds, Faisal, please, if you don't mind. Bakshi Saab, I have no desire of comparing Pakistani economy with Indian economy. Absolutely no desire. It is you people who are obsessed with Pakistan. That somebody sneezes in Pakistan, you come on here and start talking about it.
Don't fool yourself.
You know,
we don't worry about India.
Arnav, can I come in?
Listen, hold on.
No, you
hold
can't.
on. Gaurav, hold on. It's my turn. You can come in after I've finished. General Saab got the time, then I have a right to reply. So now you're comparing us with Sri Lanka or whosoever. That's your sweet wish and will. I am not going to stop you. What I am saying here is, and what I said when Sanju gave her statistics, I said, why are you comparing Pakistani economy and Indian economy?
What you need to okay. Just Pathikrit wants to say something. Raja, 1 minute. I just to give you a sense, Major, 1 minute. Just 1 minute, please. Just do 1 minute, please. You see, I think I need to give a little bit of a sense. To give you a sense of the Indian economy today, because it may be beyond your comprehension. We did not bat an eyelid. A few days back, our esteemed, distinguished, extremely eloquent, erudite, very experienced and sharp foreign minister, Mr. Jaishankar, who we are so proud of, he took a flight down, went to Colombo, and he said to the people of Sri Lanka, do not worry. India is standing financial guarantor for everything that the people of Sri Lanka should get from external institutions. So what happens is that in a matter of seconds, India did not bat an eyelid. We just stood financial guarantor. For us, it is nothing. The amount of money we are standing guarantor for Sri Lanka is not a tiny fraction of our GDP. That's how big we are. Sanju, that's how big we have become.
Exactly.
I know. That's how huge India is. You understand that? And that is also...
Let me please. I just
you
need
speak and then Sanju will respond.
Unhindered minutes from you. I agree with whatever Sanju has earlier said. I would have been, more satisfied if she would have brought the facts related to the poverty rate of India, number one. And number two, obviously, I was looking for the external debts of India. Of course, India has the external debts. And now coming to the Indian economy, yes, I agree. India has surprised everyone. And of course, it's the same India. It has gone through the mix and knocks and ups and downs the economy has gone through. Of course, I'm talking about the early 90s.
We are now told Rawalpindi, large parts are also without electricity being reported right now. Large parts of Rawalpindi have also gone dark.
In coming future,
breaking news.
All of these ups and downs would be over. Can you give me 1 minute? And of course, Pakistan will come out of it.
Who's
and
going
talking
in?
about Sri Lanka, of course, your country went to Sri Lanka
quick,
and
30 seconds now.
Send some help to
Sri
Lanka.
Can this man stop rambling?
I would be very happy if your politicians can go
Can this man stop rambling?
Muslims that are made homeless in your own country to
can this man stop rambling? This debate is not about Muslims or Hindus.
That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, now you will have to ask this man to
talking about Pakistan that it is a terrorist state. Let me tell you, your country is being ruled by a terrorist who is
denying. How can you allow this man to talk rubbish on your channel?
Pakistan doesn't.
How can you allow this man to talk absolute rubbish?
The most important problem that Pakistan has is love to be in denial.
And this man has the audacity to then laugh.
Sanju!
No,
Sanju and Raja only now in the debate, only 1 versus 1. Closing 1 minute of the debate.
He said this country is ruled by a terrorist. Why is Arnab Goswami not asking this panelist to leave?
You know,
he just now said India is being ruled by a terrorist.
Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute. Let me make it absolutely clear out here that as far as the Pakistani guests tonight feel, they've woken up to the reality of what their country is in. However, forget all the rhetoric and all the claims and everything. Our last question is being put out here. Questions are being raised about details of India's economic situation. On a night when the Pakistanis have been calling the Saudis since morning, can it be denied that they are not taking your phone calls anymore?
They are going with a begging bowl.
Sanju is closing the debate.
Saudi Arabia ke paas, कटोरा लेकर यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्स के पास, कटोरा लेकर अमेरिका के पास, and nobody is willing to throw pennies into your begging bowl. आपके कटोरे में तो कोई भीख तक नहीं देना चाहता. Under the Modi government, the world's largest sanitation program, Swachh Bharat mission. Under the Narendra Modi government, the world's largest health insurance program we have is Ayushman Bharat. Under the Modi government, the world's largest financial inclusion program we have called the Jan Dhan Yojana. Do you know how many cars are sold in India every minute? Just Maruti Suzuki sells close to 2 lakh cars every month. We sell more than 5 cars every minute. We sell more than 5 cars every minute. Every car that is manufactured in the world, at least one part or component is built in India. Do you know out of the 6 lakh semiconductor designers, more than 10% come from India alone? Who the hell are you to compare Pakistani and Indian economies?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's no comparison there. Our sympathies, our commiserations, everything with the Pakistanis. Hopeless situation there. Absolutely hopeless. And we got breaking news some time back that Rawalpindi, large parts have also gone into darkness. The problem spreading. The problem, hold on there. Hang in there. It's going to get much worse in Pakistan. Hang in there, Raja. It's going to get much worse. And not much worse because it's before it gets better. Much worse because it goes worse. And ladies and gentlemen, today the Prime Minister unveiled the model of the National Memorial dedicated to Netaji to be built on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Dweep. A ceremony to name the 21 largest unnamed islands of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands after 21 Paramveer Chakra awardees was undertaken. What a moment of national pride, a long pending tribute. And yet the TMC cannot look beyond the prism of politics. Why? Take a look at what happened today and then we debate.
On the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose,
नेताजी सुभाष की जन्म जयंती है. देश पराक्रम दिवस के रूप में इस प्रेरणा दिवस को मनाता है.
a fitting tribute when 21 largest unnamed islands of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are named after 21 Paramveer Chakra awardees.
आज के इस दिन को आजादी के अमृत काल के एक महत्वपूर्ण अध्याय के रूप में आने वाली पीढ़ियां याद करेंगी. नेताजी का स्मारक शहीदों और वीर जवानों के नाम पर यह द्वीप हमारे युवाओं के लिए, आने वाली पीढ़ियों के लिए एक चिरंतर प्रेरणा का स्थल बनेंगे.
The mood was of supreme patriotism from the Andamans.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है.
To West Bengal.
बहुत से लोग कहते हैं आप और काम क्यों नहीं करते, क्या है हाथ ऊपर हाथ नीचे, इससे क्या होने वाला है, रोज शाखा में जाके और कुछ करते. अरे भाई यही तो काम है सच्चे मनुष्य का निर्माण. सुभाष बाबू ने बताया.
And yet, Mamata Banerjee said it was all political.
আজকে কেউ নাম কামানোর জন্য বলতেই পারে আমরা করলাম শহীদ দ্বীপ স্বরাজ দ্বীপ, আদৌ তা নয়। এটা নেতাজি সুভাষচন্দ্র বোস আন্দামানে যখন গিয়েছিলেন সেলুলার জেল পরিদর্শনে, সেই সময়টা তিনি করে এসেছিলেন।
What's political about patriotism? Let's debate.
Why did Mamata Banerjee try to mislead the people? You know, Monojit, Mamata Banerjee says today only to gain popularity, some are claiming to have given the names of Andaman Islands, Shahid Dweep and Swaraj Deep. How is Prime Minister Modi claiming to have given the names when he in his own speech has noted how the names were given by Netaji? You see, you have to be factually correct. You cannot make a comment like that. Prime Minister has said in his own speech the names were given by Netaji. So saying anything to the contrary is an attempt to mislead the people. And Mamata Banerjee, therefore, was trying to mislead the people. Please respond pointedly to this.
No, how she was trying to mislead the people? She was basically saying the lands which were named by Netaji, there was no reason to rename them. That's what she was trying to say. The kind of narrative that BJP is planting about Netaji without
What makes you, why are you insecure about it?
Path,
why are you insecure about it? The 21 unnamed islands are named after the Paramveer Chakra awardees, after the Paramveer Chakra awardees, and the message is of the bravery of our armed forces. I don't know why you're making this political.
Please name 21. No. First of all, let me tell you one thing. Neither of the TMCs or people of Bengal are insecure about Netaji.
No, don't equate TMC with people of Bengal. Don't equate TMC with people of Bengal. You're a political party.
Like BJP.
No, don't equate TMC with people of Bengal. Yeah.
Yes. So if no. If the people of India is with BJP, that's what you claim and BJP claim. If I say people of Bengal are with TMC, that's wrong.
So go back to the issue. What is political about celebrating Netaji's legacy?
That's the kind of double standard.
What is political in the Prime Minister? Okay,
this has been
1 minute. Before you come in, Sanju, I want General Bakshi to come in. General Bakshi.
4-5 years.
General Bakshi.
No, let me call out. I mean, why did you give me chance to? Why did you give me chance?
You should listen to General Bakshi.
That's what Netaji did not want.
No. My point is,
do not believe in the idea of democracy itself.
No, you are someone.
Of course, I will listen to, because I do listen to.
No,
you do not allow others to speak.
Okay.
And in the same breath, you say that you believe in Netaji's path.
No,
when you do not allow others to speak, the very idea of democracy emanates from the idea of free speech. That you say that you believe in Netaji's path. You abolish planning commission, and you still say that you believe in Netaji's path. You believe in politics of hate and exclusion, and you still believe that you believe in Netaji's path.
No,
by erecting one statue, by renaming.
Why did Mamata Banerjee? I'll ask you one point. Listen here, and don't repeat yourself. If I ask you what was the intention when
ask questions, have the
just be quiet for a minute. I'm asking you.
Listen to the answer.
If you're quiet, I'm asking you.
Like the way Netaji used to even
if you're quiet, I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question you may not be able to answer, but I'm asking you.
Yes, please do.
Thank you. Just don't be. Then be quiet. Yeah.
Please do.
How many times will you say please do? Are you your own echo? You are not. No. So let me complete. If I ask you, what was the intention when Mamata Banerjee as Railway Minister wanted Chandni Chowk Station to be named after Tipu Sultan?
When did it happen?
When she was railway minister.
Now you are misleading
when she was railway minister.
Show me the footage.
Where she had promised to name the existing Park Street metro station after there's a
show me the footage. When did it happen?
I'm reading from a news report. In a news report, it is said in her budget speech, Banerjee had promised to rename the existing Park Street metro rail station after Mother Teresa and the Chandni Chowk station after Tipu Sultan.
Show me.
And what is the problem that Mamata Banerjee has with names?
Named after Tipu Sultan.
What is the problem?
You have visited Calcutta umpteen numbers.
That was a promise.
In the last 10 years, show me one that,
don't
that
repeat
didn't
yourself.
happen.
No, it was a promise. You could not fulfill your promise, thankfully.
It was not kept.
But my question, no, I'm very sorry. I want General Bakshi. General Bakshi is on the debate. General Bakshi, what is political in the Prime Minister inaugurating a model of a memorial to be built on Netaji Subhash Chandra Dweep in the Andamans on his birth anniversary? Where's the politics in this? And as someone who has fought for Netaji and for the INA at every level and continues to do so, what's your message to them?
My friend, can I say my little bit?
Who has fought for the Netaji?
Thank you.
General Bakshi has, more than you have.
In the Sabha.
Hello.
They have fought for Netaji.
General Bakshi.
I say you are not the only person on this entire discussion. Thank you. Arnab, today is the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji
It is
Subhash
visible on the
Chandra Bose.
screen itself.
And as a soldier, as a veteran, I would like to pay my humble tribute to the liberator of India, to the man because of whom we are free, we breathe free. You know, Arnab, I'd like to remind people that if you study the transfer of power archives, the British who granted to us, you know, who signed the Independence of India Act, have said unequivocally there, you know, Field Marshal Wavell, Field Marshal Auchinleck, Lord Pethick Lawrence, as also, you know, the Prime Minister then, you see, they have all unequivocally stated that it was only because of INA and the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose that they were forced to leave in 1947. They could have continued with the peaceful freedom struggle for another 100 years and more. We may still have been under the British. At best, we may have achieved dominion status. But we are free because of Netaji and the INA. I am delighted that the islands that he had named, they have officially been so proclaimed. The simple fact is, Netaji had named them in 1945. But in the entire period from 45 onwards, you know, after the Second World War was over, nobody referred to them in India as Swaraj and, you know, the island names that Netaji had given. So, what I am trying to say is it is delightful that the Prime Minister has done so, and it is even more heartening. Please listen to me. I am an old veteran. I don't want to shout over you. I am saying that the veterans are delighted that 21 unnamed islands have been named after Paramveer Chakra winners. Paramveer Chakra winners. And I have, as a veteran, only one appeal to Prime Minister Modi ji today, and Arnab, with your permission, if I can make it, that he started a wonderful process of the rehabilitation of Netaji and the INA. We have a 28-foot statue of Netaji, you know, near the India Gate, under the same chhatri where King George V statue was. I think it is a great gesture, a great tribute. May I request him to complete this historical process by now building a war memorial for the
Hear that. I second that. I think that's fantastic.
Of the INA.
I think that's fantastic. Now,
you know,
now is there a problem that the BJP is honoring Bose? That is the question. I believe in this. I believe everybody should honor. In fact, I would say that even Mamata Banerjee, did she not rename a metro station, was it Kudghat, which was called the Netaji, which was renamed after Netaji in Kudghat in Kolkata? She did. We must not see politics in this. Rise above it, Monoji.
May I please come in? I've been waiting for my turn.
Sanju, before I close.
It's my turn now. Arnav, I've been waiting to speak on this issue. I think General Bakshi made some very interesting points. I'm sure the suggestion given by him will be taken on board by the Modi government. I just have this to say, Arnav. What has been the longest standing demand of war veterans cutting across political ideologies? If my memory serves me right, it was declassification of the Netaji files. And who did it? It started on the 23rd of January 2016 done by none other than Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. I did not interrupt you, now shut up. I did not interrupt you, please shut up now. The declassification of Netaji files, including the probe reports of the Justice Khosla Commission and the Justice Mukherjee Commission were declassified by the Modi government. Who declared January 23rd as Parakram Divas? The Modi government. Who built a 28-foot long statue of Netaji which has been installed at the India Gate?
Viewers.
Not your Mamata Didi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Closing the debate,
so
viewers.
Let's be very clear.
Closing the viewers. The resounding call is. And I think this is the best way to mark the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate it together. I thank you all for joining me, Monajit, and of course, General Bakshi and Sanju. And that is it tonight on The Debate, with a promise to come back with more debate, more controversy, and more breaking news. Till tomorrow evening. Good night and goodbye.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है। आज पराक्रम दिन है, नेताजी की 123वीं जयंती है। इस कार्यक्रम के साथ साथ जहां पर नेताजी रहे थे वो सुभाष द्वीप पर आज उनका स्मारक बनाने का भी निर्णय किया गया है। ये दोनों कार्यक्रम, ये दोनों निर्णय देश के प्रधानमंत्री के निर्णय अंडमान निकोबार को फिर से एक बार अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह को स्वतंत्रता की स्मृतियों के साथ समग्र देश के साथ जोड़ने वाले निर्णय है और मैं इसका बहुत बहुत मन से स्वागत करता हूं।
News in brief, in what seems to be a big boost, in what has come as a big boost for the Indian Navy, a 5th Kalvari class submarine of the Indian Navy has been commissioned. It has been indigenously built. INS Wagir can be deployed both closer to the shore as well as mid-ocean. Prime Minister Modi virtually inaugurated a model of a proposed memorial dedicated to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Andaman and Nicobar Islands to commemorate the freedom fighters' 126th birth anniversary. In a shocking incident, a third Hindu temple was vandalized within 15 days with Hindu hate and pro-Khalistan graffiti in Melbourne's Albert Park. The ISKCON temple, also known as Hare Krishna Temple, is a well-known center of the Bhakti Yoga movement in Melbourne. The temple management found the walls of the revered temple vandalized with hate graffiti. Yet another mishap took place in the metro premises in Bengaluru. A metro barricade fell on a car that was passing by this area. While the car was completely damaged, no injuries were reported. The incident took place at Dodinaldi junction in Bengaluru. A verbal brawl took a violent turn in a bar in Bengaluru after a customer was thrashed with sticks and rods by attendants. The incident took place in the Manjunath Nagar area of Bengaluru. The victim alleged that the cops initially refused to file a complaint, citing it was only a bar brawl. Three people died after allegedly drinking spurious liquor in Siwan's Bihar. Seven people are undergoing treatment. The cause of the death would be ascertained only after the autopsy report is complete. After meeting Annamalai at BJP's state headquarters in Chennai, OPS, speaking to Republic, said that the meeting was regarding the discussion on the by-election, further adding that they had given the undue support to BJP and that all decisions would be collectively taken. As India celebrates the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said that the British were afraid of Netaji, further adding that any freedom fighter took birth in India and that many freedom fighters took birth in India and that if our land could be free from the
अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह में नई सुबह की रश्मियां एक नया इतिहास लिख रही है और जब इतिहास बनता है तो आने वाली सदियां उसका स्मरण भी करती हैं, आकलन भी करती हैं, मूल्यांकन भी करती हैं।
News in brief, in what seems to be a big boost, in what has come as a big boost for the Indian Navy, a fifth Kalvari class submarine of the Indian Navy has been commissioned. It has been indigenously built. INS Vagar can be deployed both closer to the shore as well as mid-ocean. Prime Minister Modi virtually inaugurated a model of a proposed memorial dedicated to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in Andaman and Nicobar Islands to commemorate the freedom fighters' 126th birth anniversary. In a shocking incident, a third Hindu temple was vandalized within 15 days with Hindu hate and pro-Khalistan graffiti in Melbourne's Albert Park. The ISKCON temple, also known as Hare Krishna Temple, is a well-known center of the Bhakti Yoga movement in Melbourne. The temple management found the walls of the revered temple vandalized with hate graffiti. Yet another mishap took place in the metro premises in Bengaluru. A metro barricade fell on a car that was passing by this area. While the car was completely damaged, no injuries were reported. The incident took place at Dodinaldi junction in Bengaluru. A verbal brawl took a violent turn in a bar in Bengaluru after a customer was thrashed with sticks and rods by attendants. The incident took place in the Manjunath Nagar area of Bengaluru. The victim alleged that the cops initially refused to file a complaint, citing it was only a bar brawl. 3 people died after allegedly drinking spurious liquor in Siwan's Bihar. 7 people are undergoing treatment. The cause of the death would be ascertained only after the autopsy report is complete. After meeting Annamalai at BJP's state headquarters in Chennai, OPS, speaking to Republic, said that the meeting was regarding the discussion on the by-election, further adding that they had given the undue support to BJP and that all decisions would be collectively taken. As India celebrates the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur said that the British were afraid of Netaji, further adding that any freedom fighter took birth in India and that many freedom fighters took birth in India and that if our land could be free from the The Delhi Traffic Police has issued a traffic advisory in view of Republic Day. The Delhi Traffic Police has issued a traffic advisory in view of Republic Day parade. A full dress rehearsal that will take place today is taking place today as the country gears up for the celebrations. 23 tableaus, including 17 from states and union territories and 6 from ministries and departments, will roll down the Kartavya Path during the Republic Day parade on 26th of January.
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है। आज पराक्रम दिन है, नेताजी की 123वीं जयंती है। इस कार्यक्रम के साथ साथ जहां पर नेताजी रहे थे वो सुभाष द्वीप पर आज उनका स्मारक बनाने का भी निर्णय किया गया है। ये दोनों कार्यक्रम, ये दोनों निर्णय देश के प्रधानमंत्री के निर्णय अंडमान निकोबार को फिर से एक बार अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह को स्वतंत्रता की स्मृतियों के साथ समग्र देश के साथ जोड़ने वाले निर्णय है और मैं इसका बहुत बहुत मन से स्वागत करता हूं। भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये पहल कि अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के 21 बड़े द्वीपों को हमारे परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम के साथ जोड़कर उनकी स्मृति को जब तक ये पृथ्वी रहेगी तब तक चिरंजीव करने का ये प्रयास मैं मानता हूं तीनों सेनाओं के लिए बहुत बड़ा उत्साहवर्धन करने वाला है। आज पराक्रम दिन है।
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Welcome. It is no accident that the Vadra Congress Yatra has turned into a Sabooth gang Yatra. For in any country, a political party has to be steadfast in its ideology. You cannot claim to seek national unity and speak against national interest at the same time. You cannot claim to be for the country and openly take swipes at the nation's armed forces at the same time. Is it because of the Vadra Congress's secret and written understanding with China that Rahul Gandhi claimed that the Chinese were beating our soldiers less than a day after our forces valiantly pushed the Chinese back? I am asking you tonight, viewers, are such anti-national positions accidental? And I'm asking you, viewers, is it accidental that the Vadra Congress today virtually demands the return of Article 370, questions the revocation of Article 370 and 35A? I ask you tonight, viewers, is it accidental? Do you think it is accidental? Do you think it is accidental that today, in an open rally, knowing that cameras are recording every word, the Vadra Congress officially questioned the surgical strikes by our forces, questioned that they ever happened, questioned that our jets went in and bombed the Jaish-e-Mohammed camps, questioned everything. Is it accidental? Is it accidental that each and every time the position of the Vadra Congress vis-a-vis our enemies across the border matches the line of the enemy and goes against the interests of our own nation? The lobby will say, it is just a coincidence, don't take it seriously. But I am asking tonight, is it truly a coincidence? Is it an accident or is it deliberate? Political differences are okay, but national security, national interest cannot be compromised. It is paramount. And if you do not cross that test truthfully, if you cannot win that test, then you cannot be allowed to operate as a national party. Every viewer of Republic must do their own research on the number of occasions when the position of the Vadra Congress, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, has seemed to be a ditto copy of the position of Pakistan. A ditto copy of the position of the Pakistan Foreign Office. A ditto copy, ladies and gentlemen, of the position of the Pakistan Prime Minister. And a ditto copy of the position of the Chinese Foreign Ministry. And a ditto copy of the position of the Chinese propaganda machinery. And I say tonight that this cannot be accidental. And that is the core issue before all of us today. Please don't mistake my hashtag tonight. Hashtag Sabut Gang Yatra. This hashtag is not satirical. I don't mean to mock any party, but it is a true reflection of what this YouTube Yatra has now turned into. And as this Sabut Gang Yatra ends in the company of known anti-nationals, Rahul Gandhi is back in the company of those whose views on Indian foreign policy actually matches, like Farooq Abdullah, like Mehbooba Mufti, like the rest of the Gupkar gang. But we must not look away. We must look upon this clear and present danger that a congregation of anti-nationals poses, that an ideological congregation of people who question our forces at the slightest pretext presents. And I call upon all right-thinking people in the country to condemn in the strongest words this continuous questioning of the armed forces by political entities like the Vadra Congress. Let's debate, ladies and gentlemen. Let's debate openly. Let's debate fearlessly tonight. For this has gone too far. And ladies and gentlemen, debate number 2 this evening. Completely powerless, stuck in the dark, 90% of the country has no electricity. Debate number 3 tonight. As the Modi government honors Paramveer Chakra awardees on the occasion of Netaji's birth anniversary, Mamta says it's all politics. That's the face-off in debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight.
सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की बात करते हैं कि हमने इतने लोग मार गिराए, लेकिन प्रमाण कुछ नहीं.
The Sabut gang of the Vadra Congress has struck again. 7 years on, the Vadra Congress is demanding proof that India ever carried out the surgical strike.
हम लोगों के 40 सीआरपीएफ के जवानों ने जान आज तक ये बात खुलासा नहीं कर पाई भारत की सरकार कि आखिर ये 3 कुंतल.
Mirroring China, now openly pro-Pakistan again, he questions the forces on Pulwama.
गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान देना ये कांग्रेस पार्टी का चरित्र है. आप भारतीय सेना के खिलाफ बोलेंगे, ये भारत बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा.
Martyrdom of our brave hearts questions. There is anger across India against the Sabut gang.
21 द्वीपों को अब परमवीर चक्र विजेताओं के नाम से जाना जाएगा.
21 Andaman and Nicobar Islands named after Paramveer Chakra awardees. Prime Minister honors India's bravest. Nation pays tribute to Netaji on his Parakram Divas, but a fight breaks out on the sidelines to claim Netaji's legacy. And Pak in the dark, no food stocks, no fuel supply, no funds to run the country anymore. The lights have gone off. Pak is in the dark tonight.